Whether you went out to the pit and watched the ladies win 80-70 over the Highlanders of the University of California, Riverside, or you sat at home and watched Duke beat Kansas or Kentucky beat Michigan State in the Champions Classic, or flipped over and saw the bizarro world that had Steve Alford and Craig Neal and Corey Alford and Roman Martinez sitting on the Nevada bench.
You're like, what are you guys doing?
As they got beat at home by Utah. You had hoops last night. Oh, did you have hoops last night?
Or you're watching Harold Frey score 34 points as Montana State almost upset Utah State.
Watch a little of that, too. What was the final in there?
I think it ended up being 83-71. They pulled away. Sarah Merrill had a fantastic night, but it's no surprise the 17th ranked team in the country doesn't look like that without Neemias Keita. And they're going to struggle without him to play at their potential, but it's early in the season. You win those games, you can spin it that it's building minutes in a rotation for other players.
They're big.
And they survived.
So I was told that he was okay, but obviously they're holding him out, right? And they look certainly very, very different without Keita there, but they were able to hold on and beat Montana State at home. San Diego State beat somebody. You got all the scores. I'm locked out of my computer, man. At the break, will you come over and sign me in? What? I'm locked out. I don't even know what I did.
Fresno State stayed with Oregon for a little while until the end, but it was one of those Pac-12 network games. You're like, is this actually going on? Who knows if you can't get to the Pac-12 network? But no shocks last night. A lot of doing what you expect because you're beating up on not good teams.
The Nevada game, they lose at home to Utah. Utah was picked 9th in the Pac-12. They go into Lawler and they beat Reno yesterday in Steve Alford's debut as the head coach there. I had forgotten that Lindsey Drew was back.
He's their only player.
He's a terrific player.
He's their only player.
And they've got Jazz Johnson after that. But other than that, they may struggle a little bit, huh?
Yeah, they were expecting big things from Jalen Harris. He's a junior. He hurt his foot. He was in a walking boot after the game. They're just not a talented roster right now.
What was the final there? They lose by about 6?
Mm-hmm. They played really hard, and they were within striking distance late, but just didn't have anyone else other than Drew that could hit a shot last night.
Yeah. New Mexico State was a winner. 92-46, Aggies at home. They beat Western New Mexico. Trevlin Queen had 14 points for the Aggies, who are now 1-0 after their tune-up at home. And then, look, that was how that was supposed to be. Jabari Rice, 21 for the Aggies. Again, 92-46. William McNair had 11 points and 7 rebounds. Sean Williams, 10 points. For the Aggies, who will now play UTEP on the road next Tuesday and get a test out of the Miners, who everybody's telling me is pretty good, right?
Yes, Rodney Terry. I like the direction he's going. You saw how competitive that team was last year. There's some questions. Of course, they're playing the majority of their non-conference schedule without A.J. Harris. Terrell Brown is dealing with an injury. He did not play. They're hoping to have him back. So this is going to be some tricky moments early in non-conference for New Mexico State because they just don't have their go-to players in the backcourt. But Trevlin Queen, we saw his emergence last year for that team. There's spots open. With Eli Chua no longer there, so minutes available. Who's going to step up across the roster, but definitely not where you want to be to start your non-conference schedule. But guess what? At least you're not Team Talk a Lot, Done Nothing, Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon. What happened there?
They lost to D2 Davenport.
There you go, Davenport. Davenport beat Dan Marley.
I don't even know where that is. I haven't even Googled it yet.
I'm going to guess it's in Iowa. Davenport is one of the quad cities on that Iowa-Illinois border. Davenport, Rock Island, Moline, and another one. Davenport, Rock Island, Moline, and the one that everybody always forgets. Doggone it. It's bothering me. And somebody's going to tell me, and I'm going to go, oh, yeah. Bettendorf. Is that what you just told me? Bettendorf. That's exactly right. Bettendorf. Is that where Davenport is?
Yes, sir.
Davenport College? It doesn't really matter, does it? They beat Grand Canyon. Lobos go tonight. They're at home. They play Eastern New Mexico in the Pit. You can listen to it over on News Radio KKOB. Of course, you can go out there. It starts at 7 o'clock. Mountain West basketball last night, opening night. Colorado State at home, 74-63 over Denver. Rams are 1-0. Wyoming 1-0. They beat Idaho State in the Arena Auditorium, 54-40 Wyoming over Idaho State. You talked about the Fresno State score. On the road, Oregon beat Fresno State 71-57. Boise State. Boise State's 1-0. They tripled the team. Not double, like it's one thing when you double a team, you darn near triple them. That's nuts. They didn't totally triple them, but they're pretty close. 126-49. It sounds like a girls' high school score, doesn't it? 126-49. They beat Life Pacific, the insurance company out of the Pacific Coast somewhere. Utah State 81-73 over Montana State. UNLV at home 86-71 over Purdue Fort Wayne. San Diego State at home 77-42. They beat Texas Southern. And Utah on the road, won at Lawler, beat Steve Alford, Craig Neal, Roman Martinez, Corey Alford, and whoever they threw out there. 79-74. Actually, pretty fun game to watch if you got a chance to watch it. You knew it was coming. It just looked weird, didn't it? Seeing Alford and Noodles and Corey Alford and Roman on Nevada's back.
It looked weird, but it also looked like nothing has changed. You know, Craig
Wait till you
Neal
see the show live.
in his spot, doing his thing, sitting as assistant coach, classic crossover. Steve Alford bouncing back and forth. And here we go.
Yeah, and here we go. And Lobos will get at it tonight.
Davenport University, Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Of course. Yeah, of course. Totally makes sense. Yeah, why would it be in Davenport, Illinois? Well, it's like Oakland University's in Michigan, too.
Yeah.
Right? It's not in Oakland. It's in Michigan also. All right, 246-0610, 888-922-0610. Come on in. Lobos go tonight. You can send emails to Jeff at 610knml.com or JJ at 610knml.com. You can find us on the Twitter, _JJ Buck, and on the Facebook, the OD in the AM. Jason's producing for you today on ProView Networks. You can watch the show, Comcast Channel 26 statewide. You can watch it on the OD in the AM on the Facebook page. You can go to ProViewNetworks.com or any of ProView's social media outlets on YouTube, Facebook, and the Twitter. College football playoff standings came out yesterday at halftime of the Champions Classic. And so I told you yesterday I thought Clemson would be left out, right? And it doesn't matter because everything's going to play out in front of them. Clemson is the team on the outside looking in. It is Ohio State 1, Alabama number 2. LSU number 2, Alabama number 3, and Penn State number 4. So it's Ohio State, LSU, Alabama, Penn State, Clemson on the outside at 5, and then Georgia 6, Oregon and Utah 7 and 8. Ohio State will play Penn State this coming weekend. LSU will play Alabama this coming weekend, and so that will play out for Clemson as long as Clemson remains unbeaten, which it's hard to find a loss there. Wake Forest, maybe. Wake Forest is 7-1, but I know you expected Clemson in. Anything really surprise you? I had Ohio State, LSU flip-flopped.
Yeah, the thing that surprised me is they're going to sit there and play the eye test game with Alabama, but then put Penn State behind them when they awarded LSU for their resume.
Say that again. So they're going to play the eye test game with Alabama.
They said that Alabama's 3 because of the eye test.
They like them better than Penn State.
But LSU is there, I got to believe, based on eye test and a resume, so they're giving them credit for that. Ohio State's just blown everybody out.
So that would be eye test? And I mean, what's Ohio State's best win?
Wisconsin right now, right?
I mean, they got them in front of them. They got Penn State and Michigan coming at them.
And then, LSU, Bama's going to sort itself out, but still, we know the initial thoughts, these rankings, even when you start 5 and 6, it's important.
Yeah,
and
it's
I
really
just
important.
think that it was just weird how they handled Alabama and Penn State.
I think Georgia being ahead of the 2 Pac-12 teams is important. Georgia, and I don't understand it. Georgia's loss was to South Carolina. Oregon's loss was to Auburn. Now, and Georgia's best wins their best win is Florida. So I guess that's a better win than anything Oregon's got. Oregon and Utah's best wins would be at Washington. They both went up to Seattle and won at Washington. But it'll be interesting to see if it plays out. If Georgia loses in the SEC championship, then they fall behind Oregon and Utah, so it doesn't really matter in that case. The interesting thing is going to be how far will the loser of LSU-Alabama fall. And I'm going to imagine that depends on how the game plays out. If it's a 17-15 game, 17-14 game, and it's a last-second field goal, maybe they drop to 5 or 6, right? Mm-hmm. If it's a 28-7 game, maybe they drop below Oregon and or Utah. But that's going to be interesting. Oklahoma on the outside, and I just it's really hard to find a path for Oklahoma. Everybody's got to lose in front of them, including Utah and Oregon, both losing again. And I don't know that I think that's going to happen. So we could talk about that. We'll get into Lowell football. Certainly we'll get more into Najee Flowers and his passing yesterday morning and what that's done over at UNM and what that means. And if you've got thoughts on that, you're welcome to join in on that. We'll get into the NFL. We got football tomorrow night, Chargers and Raiders, the London Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders going at each other. Maybe? What? They're not moving to London? Is that he said it's total
going
BS?
nowhere, Zane.
Well, we'll see about that. We got a lot to do. Come on in. Adam Deal scheduled to be here at 9:15. We'll go over the high school football brackets, which were announced over the weekend as well, over on ProView Networks. We are on ProView Networks, and we are on their radio at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The world famous look.
Sports Animal time is now 7:11. Let's take another look at this morning's commute. This report is sponsored by Credit Karma. Well, it looks like somebody might have lost a suitcase on I-25 southbound right about the Paseo overpass. We got clothing that is scattered all over the road and causing a little bit of a hazard as people are waking up to seeing clothes all over the road and trying to avoid it. So be careful, slow down going through that area, and get through there safely. Get your truly free credit scores and free credit monitoring from Credit Karma today. Download the Credit Karma app now. Credit Karma, here's to progress. And if you see an accident, call us on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. I'm Josue with Sports Animal Traffic.
The Dan Patrick Show.
The replay of instant replay is not helping things. I'll watch something, I'll go, oh, you'll overturn it. And then I keep thinking, what am I seeing? I would prefer they took replay out. I don't think they know what they're doing. I keep thinking there's some guy there having Doritos and having a soda, and then they go, hey Tommy, look at the pass. Yeah, nothing to see there. And then he goes back to, watching a movie.
Weekdays at 1, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
O'Reilly. This is Sarah's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
Driving cross country with 2 young children is ambitious, to say the least. Then our check engine light came on. We pulled into O'Reilly Auto Parts and they tested it. Turned out it was a faulty sensor. They referred us to a great mechanic just down the street and we were back on the road in no time.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Why wait for Black Friday? Get Black Friday prices today at the Home Depot. Pick up a Dyson V8 Animal Cordless Vacuum at a special buy, just $299. It was $399. Cord-free, hassle-free, powerful suction to pick up pet hair across all floor types. You can pick one up for $100 off. Black Friday savings, early. Now at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. U.S. only while supplies last. See store for details. Valid through November 16th.
Do you love football? Then get with the program and get down to Hooters to catch the game, crazy good wings, ice cold beer, and the best fans on the planet. You love wings. You love ice cold beer. And who doesn't love the world famous Hooters girls? All the games, all season. Hooters.
Catch all the games at Hooters and enjoy great specials like a draft beer and 10 boneless wings for only $10. Served up by the world famous Hooters girls.
Dear movers and shakers, we know how you roll, and we're with you on the tarmac or terrain in the 2019 RAV4. In the comfy Highlander with seating for up to 8 and advanced safety features standard. In the sharp 2019 Toyota Camry with its available cockpit red leather seats. And we're with you in the all-new 2020 Toyota Corolla, loaded with attitude and the latest tech. we're with you. Let's go, Toyota.
Right now, get $2,000 cash back on a new 2019 Tacoma. Visit Toyota.com for more details. Toyota, let's go places.
Includes TRD Pro. Cashback savings from Toyota Motor Sales USA Inc. does not include college, grad, or military rebate. Must be applied to the transaction. No cash payment will be made to consumer. Varies by region. See dealer for details. Offers end December 2nd.
Visit Toyota of Santa Fe, Larry H. Miller Toyota Albuquerque, or Larry H. Miller American Toyota. For more information, visit Toyota.com. Toyota.
There's no better time to save on Tempur-Pedic than during Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale. Save up to $600 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. Plus, get $300 in bonus cash. Good toward your choice of sleep accessories. No one has more Tempur-Pedic than Mattress Firm. Don't wait. Take home the most highly recommended bed in America. Feel the comfort of Tempur-Pedic yourself at Mattress Firm.
Offer valid with qualifying purchase. Restrictions apply. Valid at participating locations only. For offer details, visit mattressfirm.com/Tempur-Pedic.
Audible turns commuting into opportunity. Use the Audible app to learn something new every day. Listen 100% ad-free to the world's leading experts on parenting, budgeting, career, and relationships. Get inspired by Dave Goggins' powerful memoir, Can't Hurt Me, and hear advice from Mel Robbins on how to take control of your life, exclusively from Audible. Start a 30-day Audible trial, and your first audiobook is on us. Visit audible.com.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Global basketball tonight over on News Radio KKOB. You had women last night, 80-70. Struggled a little bit with UC Riverside, huh?
A 20-win team, according to Mike Bradbury.
I mean, either they are or they're not. That's not something that could be according to. What's that?
Like he believes.
Oh, that they will be. Okay, that wasn't last year. Okay.
Said they're bigger than us, probably more athletic than us.
Wow.
Like almost everybody back.
All right.
That's a good team, and they gave us trouble.
Yeah, good Big West team, UC Riverside. They were there till the end, but at least Hurst, 21 points for Lobel women last night to give UNM their first victory of their season, their first game, 1-0. 80-70 was the number out there. 2460610. You can get in there. 888-922-0610. Good morning, Art. How you living?
Good. How are you, my friend?
Good to hear you.
Same here. I just wanted to comment a little about that. Unfortunately, that young man that was called home to the Lord.
Yep.
I just want to say a little bit, and people get mad at me. Go ahead, have a nice day. But people of New Mexico, of Albuquerque, here's a kid that not from here, but he came and gave his heart to the program. We need to really support these kids, no matter who's the boss in charge of them. But fans in New Mexico, you need to get your butts out to the games and support these kids, because God doesn't guarantee you the next day. But my condolences go out to the Najee family, and God bless them. But thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Art. And as of now, and I'll make an ask. As of now, I guess they're still playing this weekend. I was hearing rumblings yesterday that they might postpone. I know both the Lobos and Air Force have an open date on the 23rd, but as of now, I haven't heard anything, and I'll put in the ask. Yeah, I mean, if you were looking for a reason to go out and support these young men, maybe I don't know, maybe that gives you one. I don't.
Well, at least this moment, you can't dwell on the other things, because if you're talking about a team that overnight found out they lost one of their teammates, and you saw the outpouring of support via social media from the teammates, being shell-shocked, and this is one where I don't think the Lobos did anything wrong yesterday, but there was some conversation about it, and I got to get into this
conversation about what?
Well, I got to get the message that was posted to our Facebook page, our station's Facebook page, Sports Animal ABQ on Facebook, and it's from Freddie.
Okay.
And he said, "I'm disappointed in Bob Davie and the rest of the university. One of their players died today. What came out of the university? A prepared statement. That's all. No interview, no press conference, nothing personal. Just an email. How degrading. If I was a parent and deciding which coach or university to send my son to play for /at, I would think twice or long and hard before allowing my son to play for someone who is too bothered to show care or compassion for my son. Damn it, Bob. There should have been a press conference. You owe it to Najee Flowers and his memory and to his family.
I don't know that I agree with that. And at some point, Bob's going to talk about it.
We're talking hours.
We're talking hours.
After they found out.
Yeah.
You know what would be disrespectful is a head coach is standing there reading a prepared statement, getting peppered with questions about the incident, saying they're having to decline it, let alone the family then watching that head coach hours after their son passed away.
Yeah, Freddie,
that's not how you handle that.
Yeah, Freddie, what we don't know is the conversations that have happened with the university and the family, and everything, all the details surrounding this young man's passing, and what did the family want out and what did they didn't. I guess I can understand on the surface that you wanted to hear something. I'm not sure what it is you wanted to hear. I guess you want details, and I understand.
Well, in memory for Najee Flowers, like they were still shell shocked in that moment yesterday morning when they released those statements. And then of course, I shared my thoughts in the conversation on Facebook, and I got the classic, you're never going to be unbiased. You're supposed to be a journalist. You're supposed to be asking those questions. I was like, okay.
What questions are you supposed to ask?
I don't know. And in the media moment, I guess how he died and why is he not sitting there, holding a press conference.
Right.
But that's just you're still mind warped about Bob Davie. Like they didn't do anything wrong yesterday.
Yeah, I think everybody's asked the question, and UNM's going to release it when they and the family are at peace with it, comfortable with it, whatever it is.
But I don't view what they did yesterday as like disrespectful to Najee. They're all trying to mourn the loss of a friend and a teammate in the moment. Literally hours after finding out what happened.
Yeah, I guess Freddie, what did you want to hear? I guess would be my question. I'm not angry at Freddie or anybody else. What would you want to hear? Do you want to hear the details? Do you want to hear exactly what happened? Because I don't think you're going to in detail. I think you're going to get the overlying. Here's what happened. Would that make you feel better? Do you need to hear it for you? Is this about Freddie and other people, or is this about Najee and his family and that football team right now? And what's best for them? I don't know how I think it's disrespectful if Bob, Eddie Nunez.
I guess he didn't feel his statement was personal enough. He wasn't sharing enough.
Yeah, you can't win there.
Najee Flowers.
Yeah, you can't win there. You just can't win. Police said, and this is Gilbert Gallegos, the APD spokesperson, said that they're investigating, but no signs of foul play or criminal activity, and it wasn't natural causes. So that leaves pretty much one thing, right? And I'm struggling with Freddie's statement a little bit now. I mean, there's part of me that understands. Do you want to get out in front of this and show that you're grieving and show that you're holding your team together? And I do understand that piece of it.
But just reading that same statement in front of a camera, then walking away.
What's that going to do? Because are you going to sit there and field questions? And how are you going to feel when when people are firing questions at you? What happened? Where was he last night? How did he die? Who was he with? And he can't answer any of that yet, right? Probably yesterday, and I don't know. According to the statement, the investigation is still underway. So you probably can't answer questions about the investigation while it's underway anyway. And I'm going to guess you would have found that probably offensive, or is that the word?
Well, and just think if you're the family too, that moment, like when they all found out, and then a few hours later, the head coach of the football team is the one addressing. It's not saying he won't address it. Like that's not the time.
Yeah, I think.
And you go to social media and you see his teammates sharing photos and memories of him.
It's easy to be really critical when you're outside of it. I always tell people, when somebody passes, when you're grieving, and I learned this, and this works for me, right? And I don't tell people like this is how you have to do it, but it's a suggestion because nobody. How do you grieve, right? Do you know how to grieve? I think grieving is about as personal a thing as there is. And I always tell people, grieve in your own way, grieve in your own time. Don't let anybody tell you when you're supposed to be over it. And when these young men are going through it now, you read some of these statements, and we had plans this weekend. I've known you for 7 years. We did everything together. Like these young men and that family are going through it, and it's easy to sit on the outside and say, "Well, I want to know what happened." And damn it, they've had enough time. Really, I'm not sure they have. And I guess you can sit there and say, if that was me, I'd get out in front of it, and all right, maybe you would, and that would be your way of handling it. I struggle to tell you that there's a right way to handle, or only one right way to handle this. There are right ways and wrong ways. But I struggle to tell you that I think that there's one right way, textbook way to handle something like this. And again, you don't know what's going on between UNM and and Najee's family. And I can only imagine the grief, the pain, the emotion that Najee's family is dealing with. And getting that call whenever they got that call. Early in the morning, middle of the night, whenever it was. And honestly, like dealing with the media to me is the least of their issues. They've got 100 young men in that room that they've got to hug and take care of and get through this situation, and that family. And I mean, I'm listening, man. If you want to tell me what it is you wanted to hear, I'm not mad at you. I'm listening. What did you want to hear? But I was not offended by a statement. At some point, obviously, Bob's going to talk about it. Eddie will talk about it. I'm just not sure what it is that you needed to hear to make you feel whole yesterday. 246-0610, 888-922-0610. That's the Quan's Auto Care hotline. You can get in there. It's the opening drive. A 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Sports Animal time is 7:20.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club, or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Opening drive at 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal. Little Hoops tonight opens up at the Pit. If you want to get into that, you can. They'll play Eastern at New Mexico. We can talk global football. Art called on the passing of Najee Flowers. You can, if you knew Najee, I'd love to hear from you too. JJ, you've had more interaction. I think I've met the young man one time. And so I can't claim to know him, but everybody really, really liked him. The interviews that I've seen with him, the stuff that's coming up, seemed like he just had a ton of personality. So if you've got personal stories, I'd love to hear him as well, right?
Mm-hmm. And it's just fascinating, the fallout too with it. Because, Jess also shared his comments, and he agrees that he feels Bob Davie handled this wrong, and it was disrespectful that he wasn't out there sharing thoughts like the players were via social media. So a lot of people feel that he's not taking this.
So by mid-afternoon, late afternoon, maybe people think he should have held a press conference and shared thoughts of. I mean, I guess that's what you want to. I'm asking, what did you want to hear? I guess that's what you wanted to hear. So you wanted to hear him tell you about Najee, and while he probably couldn't at that point giving you details, which is what you're going to say, why not? But if the investigation is going on, or if he spoke with the family and the family asked not to, then I think you would feel that you would probably respect that. All right. I mean, I can entertain that. I can hear it. Would that have made you feel better about things? I don't know. When did Ray come out after Jackson Weller? Was it 2-3 days? A couple days later? Because it happened over the weekend and it was like a Monday, Tuesday press conference. Yeah.
I don't look at this situation as some failure, and then I'm going to sit here and pile on. I think Davey doesn't care because he didn't hold a press conference.
Yeah, I'm not going there either. No, I won't go there. Well, all right, 2460610 if you want to get in. Did you watch any of the Champions Classic last night?
I did.
So the Duke game, what did Kansas have? 28 turnovers.
They had a ton.
Yeah. Duke wins because I love Duke.
I love Duke.
And then I think a little surprise in the other game. The number 2 beat number 1. Michigan State got beat by Kentucky.
Well, you're expecting Michigan State to be further ahead of Kentucky.
You always would expect that
at this
in
point
November.
in time.
Yes.
The first game of the season. But we saw some words last night. Kansas, despite the experience, they struggled with someone stepping up in the backcourt and leading that team. And we touched on how this Duke team is going to lean on their defense as their young perimeter athletes come along, but they're going to be a hard team to score on this year in college basketball. Maxey was the freshman he's that dude right now. He comes off the bench. He finished with 26 points for Kentucky, the best scorer in that game. He's shooting up draft boards. He's going to be in that Colin Sexton, Darius Garland type of mold, potential top 5 pick, and he was a difference maker in that game because Michigan State could not slow him down.
Yep, really good though. All of them really good. Yeah, and I thought the Maxey with 26 points was clutch, and I thought he was really, really good, and that was big. Andrew Jones came back for Texas after leukemia, had 20 points. Pretty nice moment for the University of Texas last night, huh? Watching him come back and just I thought that was pretty special, actually. You'll see scores and you'll go, you're gonna. What did that mean? Did that matter? I don't know what matters at this point. It's that super early time in the season where you're seeing different teams play. You did see some ACC games yesterday. Louisville 87-74 over Miami. That game that mattered a little bit. What was I watching? Virginia Tech and
Virginia Tech Clemson.
I watched that go down to the wire.
You had a little Georgia Tech NC State go to overtime. Georgia Tech pulls out a win there.
Yeah, I watched some stuff. Any big upsets anywhere? Did you see anything aside from Team
Davenport over Grand Canyon?
Yeah, is the Team Talk a Lot losing to Davenport over Grand Canyon? That's insanity right there.
What a way to open the season.
Yeah. Enjoy that one. Enjoy that. All right. So if you watched the hoops last night, you can get in there as well. 246-0610, 888-922-0610. The Steve Alford era began in Reno. They got beat by Utah. What was it? 79-74, I believe, was the number that Utah went into the Lawler Events Center. I was really impressed with Lindsey Drew. I guess I forgot, JJ. I just figured at some point his eligibility had expired, and I forgot that he got hurt and used a red shirt, and it's been 2 years because he got hurt at the end of not last season but the season prior when they went all the way to the Sweet 16 and then sat out all of last year. And they were saying last night that he really wasn't good, wasn't healthy until about August. And I'll tell you what, I mean, I couldn't have been more impressed with him last night. Now, they're going to struggle with other guys, and where are they going to find some other scoring and some help? And Jazz Johnson, I think they're going to hurt up front, right? Is probably where Nevada's a little scarce. But boy, Lindsey Drew's as good a guard as there probably is in this league, don't you think?
Yeah, he's going to put up all conference numbers because he has to. Everything's going to run through him. He's going to be score first point guard. And it's going to be a tough year, but it's Steve Alford, Craig Neal, that staff, definitely going to have to coach him up.
Sam Merrill, 28 points for Utah State. They needed everything last night to hold off Montana State. The Utags ranked 17th in the country, playing without Neemias Queta, 81-73. Big break in Logan over over Montana State. It was Wyoming who beat Idaho State yesterday. All right, Lobos tonight. Eastern New Mexico will be in the pit to open things up. The Lady Lobos won 80-70 last night. Hey, I've been telling you about New Mail Medical Center for a while now, and there's a reason I've been telling you. They're innovators, and anytime you've got an original idea, an original concept, typically you've got someone who comes along and they see the success of the original concept and they try to make it their own. Unfortunately, that tends to be just a cheap imitation, but not with New Mail Medical because they're the ones who got out in front of this. Testosterone replacement, ED treatments, they're the ones who have been leading the way in the nation for sexual health procedures and providing thousands of men in the Albuquerque area alone with help. New Mail Medical. It starts with your first visit, and they're going to be with you every step of the way. Call them at 505-652-1688, 505-652-1688. When you go to New Mail, your first visit, you're going to feel comfortable. You'll be relaxed, knowing that they are going to be with you, guiding you through whatever it is that you need, any issue that you might have. They're going to be the ones helping you from here on out. Newmail.com, NUMALE.com, or call them at 505-652-1688. That's the number. Don't see a cheap imitation. Go to the originators, Newmail.com, or 505-652-1688.
Sports Animal time is now 7:38. Time to take another look here at this morning's commute. This report is sponsored by Staples, also by Slapfish Restaurants. Well, right now, no major accidents or delays. We just had reports of clothing that was scattered on the road and causing a little bit of a hazard there on southbound I-25 at the Paseo overpass. So just be careful going through there. If you see an accident, make sure and call us on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167, brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. Staples gives your business more for less. It's where you'll find the best printers at great prices. Right now, get up to $200 off the HP LaserJet Pro 400 series. Staples, for your business, tech, and beyond. In-store only, ends 11/16/19. See store or staples.com/HP400 series for details. Slapfish has 2 locations with the same great seafood selections and craft beer. If you're planning a holiday party, consider Slapfish Catering or book the private room at Slapfish Windrock. When it's chilly outside, your group will delight in the taste sensations at Slapfish. I'm Josue with Sports Animal Traffic.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by Walgreens. Get Medicare Part D copays for as low as $0 with plans that include Walgreens as your pharmacy. A nondescript sign in New Brunswick, New Jersey reads, Rutgers, Lot 30. The faculty and staff parking lot behind the College Avenue gym just happens to be the spot where, 150 years ago today, Rutgers beat Princeton 6-4 in what was the first college football game. The spirited contest resembled a hybrid of soccer and rugby. More than a decade later, Yale's Walter Camp would create the rule changes that transformed the burgeoning extracurricular activity into the modern game of football we know and love today. The Scarlet Knights played at College Field until 1890 before moving to Nielsen Field. However, intramural football flourished there well into the 1930s. Then, as Joni Mitchell famously sang, they paid paradise and put up a parking lot. I'm Boomer Esiason. Hiring can be a slow process. Cafe El Tour's COO, Dylan Miskowitz, needed to hire a director of coffee. So he went to ZipRecruiter.com, posted his job, and found the best person for the role in just a few days. With results like that, it's no wonder 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, try ZipRecruiter for free at our web address, ZipRecruiter.com/go. That's ZipRecruiter.com/go. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Napa know-how. Now at Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care centers, buy a 2-pack of Night Vision Brilliant headlamps and get a pair of Proformer wiper blades free. Because when you put safety first, your equipment shouldn't be second rate. So upgrade to Napa Night Vision Brilliant headlamps and get a pair of Proformer wiper blades free. Do it yourself or have it done for you. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care centers. Some restrictions apply. While supplies last. Offer ends 12/31/19.
Join the Sports Animal Albuquerque Police Department and Albuquerque Fire and Rescue for the inaugural Guardian Games benefiting Special Olympics New Mexico. On Saturday, November 16th, come and check out the Unified Games on Civic Plaza and watch teams compete each other in a series of fun matches. Plus, there'll be food trucks, interactive APD, AFR public safety demonstrations, and more. Then on Sunday, November 17th, take part in the 5K run or 1-mile fun walk and check out the Battle of the Badges, APD versus AFR, a competitive challenge course. For more information, call 263-5986 or visit sportsanimalabq.com.
Where sports and culture meet the weekend.
Local events,
concerts,
spectacles,
what's happening,
pulse of the city,
sports, and much more.
Hey guys, come join the conversation with Van and Fred every Saturday starting at 7 a.m.
ABQ Central, Saturdays from 7 a.m. till 9 on The Sports Animal.
Does your garage door make your home look great, or is it just boring? Precision Garage Doors can show you options that make your home look awesome. They have more than 2,100 great reviews online from customers just like you. Stronger buying power means you pay less. And now you can open your door with an app linked to your home's smart technology. Alexa, open my garage door. Call 244-DOOR or visit GarageDoorsAlbuquerque.com. Make the right decision. Call Precision.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Has your car been blindsided? Make the right call to Quan's Auto Body. With our certified collision repair and top quality customer service, you'll be sure to score with this decision. With 39 years of local experience, Quan's Auto Body is the only choice you should ever need when it comes to choosing an auto body shop. Come and see the guys who make it better at any of our 3 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Quan's Auto Body. We make it better. Visit quans.com.
Elephant Bar Restaurant in ABQ Uptown is a scratch kitchen with craft cocktails delivered with genuine hospitality. We are excited to announce that we will be open for Thanksgiving this year. Let us do the cooking and come enjoy a traditional turkey dinner plate made from scratch turkey pot pie, a savory turkey and cranberry sandwich, or the mega turkey and steak combo dinner. And of course, pumpkin pie. We'll be open from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. Reservations are encouraged. Elephant Bar now features a midday mix and match menu with your choice of 2 items for for $10. Also now serving brunch on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Elephant Bar also features a full sports bar and happy hour. Weekdays from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. and every day 9 p.m. to close. And this week, Elephant Bar Restaurant in Uptown is our sweet deal. Get $50 worth of Elephant Bar for just $25. All you have to do is log on to sportsanimalabq.com and click on the Sweet Deals logo. Again, Elephant Bar. We're open for Thanksgiving this year from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Reservations encouraged, and don't forget the sweet deal.
Mrs. Claus wants our ho-ho home renovated.
Then you need Rudolph's Rockin' Renovations. Win one at Isleta.
Win one of 16 home renovations from Dream Style Remodeling.
Rudolph's Rockin' Renovations.
Now through December 22nd at Isleta Resort and Casino.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
College football playoff rankings are out. You can get into that as well. The Florida State job is open, and one of the names that was being tossed around early was P.J. Fleck, the head coach at Minnesota. And so Minnesota went out and gave him a new 7-year deal to stay there through 2026, or at least an extension that runs through 2026. They're going to nip that in the bud. Nip it in the bud.
And then you know what's going to happen.
A big old buyout.
They're going to struggle next year. Be like, dang it.
Why did we give
Dang
P.J.
it.
Fleck that? He's 38 years old. He just got paid a lot of money.
Probably the best thing to do there is just change the buyout. Not give an extension, but hey, you want to go? This is what it's going to cost.
Why would he agree to that? Why would the coach agree? Yeah. I'll pay you more if I buy me out. Like, what's the incentive?
Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't think.
What's for the
never
for
mind.
him?
I
Why
didn't
would he
think of
sign
that aspect of it.
Yeah, there's two sides.
Yeah,
there's two people
I
signing
think
that contract. Yeah. You got to give something to get something.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how that works. Never mind. Typically, were you surprised where Minnesota was in the standings? Because were they down at like 12th or something? I was surprised. Actually, Minnesota was even lower. They were 14th. Baylor was 12th. Yeah, but I was so they're below. They're 17th is where they are. They're below 2-loss Kansas State, 2-loss Michigan, 2-loss Notre Dame, 2-loss Wisconsin. They haven't lost anybody.
I think Wisconsin would be the one that stands out.
Notre Dame, Kansas State.
Kansas State has a win over Oklahoma.
Okay. And who'd they lose to? I bet their 2 losses are
pretty bad.
Okay. You're 8-0 and you're in the Big Ten.
Well, this is the thing. There's no criteria. There's not. The criteria is different for every team.
It seems that way. Yeah, because Baylor at 8-0. Now, Baylor's got the chance to make a move, right? If Baylor beats Texas and Oklahoma twice, they're in. Wouldn't you say they move from 12 to 4? If they're an undefeated 13-0 Big 12 champion, they move up. But I think what this standing said to me is the Big 12 doesn't have a whole lot of respect in that room. The Pac-12 had more. Certainly the SEC and the Big 10 have a lot, right? But Oregon and Utah, I think they believe that the Pac-12 is a lot tougher than the Big 12 and the ACC. Who's Wake Forest's one loss to?
Now, at what point do the wins, like the win you had, start to wear off? Because like with Utah and Oregon, it's about beating Washington.
That's all it is.
Well, yeah. So, but if you're beating Washington, how good is that? And that's the problem for Oklahoma upcoming. Like if Baylor beats Oklahoma twice, is that still enough that's going to vault them over everyone else?
At that point, if Baylor beats Oklahoma twice, they're going to be an undefeated major conference champion, and I believe they're going to get in. Their best win right now is probably Iowa State or Kansas State, right? They beat Kansas State 31-12. It's got to be Kansas State. They beat Kansas State 31-12, and they beat Oklahoma State 45-27, right? That's their best win. We're talking about Baylor right now. But they'll be an undefeated major Power 5 conference champion. The best win that Minnesota has is Nebraska, 34. I mean, they're beating people now. Their games aren't close. Their closest game was the Fresno State game, and Georgia Southern. They beat both of those two teams by 3. Fresno State was in double overtime. They beat Purdue, Illinois, 40-17. Nebraska 34-7. Rutgers 42-7. Maryland 52-10. But now we'll figure it out if they can.
And that's the thing. It will all play itself out. But I find it still incredibly frustrating, the sliding scale that's different for each of these teams. And when gets down, there's maybe 2 or 3 undefeated. You got a couple major conference college champions.
So
all right, it gets there. But to me, it'd just be so much easier if you had the criteria, and then you're only worrying about like 3 wild cards. Like the NCAA tournament, half that field is filled with automatic bids. You know what you have to do. You win your conference tournament, you're getting in, and then you deal with.
So where do you have your biggest beef with this?
I just, it's really like Alabama and Penn State. And yes, it's picking hairs, but they're going to sit there and say Alabama with questions at quarterback, which we don't know what Tua is going to look like, but yet somehow their eye test is better than potentially the resume of beating ranked opponents in a Penn State. And yes, it's all going to play out, but these early rankings can be big with teams that are just on the outside looking in, holding that position, waiting for something else to fall.
Would you rather they don't release these and just release the one at the end? Like, is there a point in releasing these other than having us all talk about it? Other than have the big reveal and have Clemson go into their meeting today and have Dabo tell them how nobody respects them, and have Oregon say, here's our path, and Kyle Whittingham can tell Utah, you have a path. Is there any reason to release these?
I think I don't have a problem with them releasing them because we're about transparency. We want to know what's going on.
Okay.
What are the criteria? It just doesn't seem like when you don't have a scale that makes sense when everyone's viewing it differently. You can say, hey, these are the things we're looking at, but in this case, we like the eye test over a resume.
So you would rather put it into a computer and just say, okay.
I'd rather them not have
boom.
say over every team in the college football playoff. I'd rather it be, all right, you know what you have to do. You play all these conference games.
Conference champions, right?
Conference champions gets in. The power conferences already have that edge, so we don't need to sit here and pretend that 5 power conference teams winning. But it comes down to, what if a power conference team from the other side wins with 4? Is it going to diminish the college football playoff?
All right,
and that's where it changes for them. Like, what if one of these big time teams gets upset and you have an 8-4 team in the college football playoff, and they don't want that.
Group of 5, we're at 20, 21, 22, 24, 25. Cincinnati, Memphis, Boise State, Navy, SMU. I'm not going to lie. I think I was surprised Cincinnati was so low. Their only loss is 42-0 to Ohio State, who's number 1. They've gone out and they've beaten gone through the American. They beat UCLA, which probably isn't that much. They beat up on Marshall. They beat UCF. They still have to go play Temple in Memphis. Were you surprised that they were so low?
No.
Okay.
Because they stacked the last 4 or 5 spots with the group of 5 team.
Well, obviously is what they did. Are you surprised Memphis is ahead of Boise State?
No, because they beat SMU.
Memphis's loss was to Temple. I guess that's better than losing to BYU. That's probably right. I'll give you that. Losing to Temple is probably better than losing to BYU.
Beating Florida State doesn't resonate right now.
No, at the time we thought it was going to be really nice. And then so the 8-1 team left out would be both Appalachian State and San Diego State. Or San Diego State's only 7-1. Navy, who's Navy beaten? Navy's loss was to Memphis, 35-23. But who they beat Air Force. That's a nice win. Well, what else? They beat Tulane by 3. They beat. Yeah, we'll see what they're about. They got Notre Dame coming up. So and Notre Dame and SMU.
Wow, wins from the group of 5 at the end of the college football rankings.
Well, but sometimes there are, right? Florida State could have been a wow. It's not. But no, that's fair. So right now you're looking at Cincinnati as your front runner for the group of 5. But feel free if you want to get in on any of that. It's there for you. 2460610. As far as Lobo football playing this weekend, as of now, that's where we are. And I guess we may get word today if there's any appetite to move that game. But that's as of now. The game is on Saturday. I do have some emails we'll get to in the next segment. Adam Gill is going to be here at 9:15. We're going to get into the high school stuff as well. But I missed the NBA last night because I honestly was enthralled with college basketball last night. Did I miss anything that I needed to see in the NBA?
Anything? Wow. Denver Nuggets got a nice one over the
Miami Heat. Yeah.
And the Nuggets are 5-2, but yet people think they are 2-5. That shows what expectations do early in the season. Anthony Davis.
Oh,
returns
in
to
Chicago. Yeah, that's right.
Lakers win. Big night for LeBron. 30, 10, and 11. So what? 2 triple-doubles in his last 2?
118, 112. Lake Show wins. Kyle Kuzma played last
Trae Young returned.
Yeah.
Bum ankle and all. Dropped 29 points on the Spurs. Hawks win.
He's pretty good, too.
He's aight.
He's aight.
He's aight.
246-0610. Come in and play radio with us today. Anywhere you want to go, Lobo basketball tonight. Lady Lobos last night, if you were out there, I'd love to get your thoughts on that. Cam Newton's done for the season. Is he done in Carolina? It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Hoser, and Jason today on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili, breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th
Elise Hurst, 21 points. Lobos down early in the pit yesterday. Come back to defeat UC Riverside, 80-70 in the season opener for women's basketball. 1-0 are the ladies. Next up, Northern Arizona, Friday in Dream Style Arena. Pause. The pit. It's the opening drive. Happy whatever day it is, too. What day is it?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
What the hell was that?
We'll save
Happy
that
Wednesday.
for next year.
All right, save it.
Oh, never mind. We're off.
Happy
leap year. Darn it. I had plans, man. I had big plans for the show.
Damn leap year got in your way, did it?
Yeah, it sure
happens
did.
every 4 years. I know. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Holzer, and Jason. Jason's producing for you over on Comcast Channel 26, all throughout ProView Networks. You can watch the show wherever it is you are in the world. You can tune in and see JJ's handsome face, and his new haircut, and his white headphones. See?
Yeah.
And whatever's written on the board behind him. Easy.
Poppin'.
He is popping. All right, you can get in on college football playoff. You can get in on the NFL. You can get in on any of the hoops last night. Lobo women win. Lobo men play tonight. Steve Alford, Craig Neal, Ramon Martinez, and the Nevada coaching staff lost in their opener at home to Utah out of the Pac-12. It was just bizarro world. It was. I'm sorry. Like, it was one thing to see him at UCLA. It was. But to see the whole band back together and Noodle sitting next to him, and there's Ramon behind him, and Corey Alford, and it was at Reno. It was like, and I knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. It was just, it was different, man. I'm not gonna lie, but that's the new now.
For as different as it looked,
yeah,
it was the same. Like, yes, they were at Nevada, they're on the sideline, but
doing the same thing.
Seeing those two together is exactly what you expected. Just the mannerisms, how they interacted, everything.
Yep. So that happened last night. All right, let's do a little NFL stuff, and then I'll get to some emails. Panthers put Cam Newton on injured reserve. I believe, and I told you I believed this 5 weeks ago, and I know you told me then I was nuts. Do you believe now that he's played his last game as a Carolina Panther?
I believe now he has.
Yeah, I just didn't think he was coming back. And Kyle Allen has played well as 5-1. I just think they were over him. I just think that whole thing ran its course there. And I don't know where he ends up. Maybe he ends up in Denver next year.
He's going to have a lot of options.
I think he will.
I still look, all right, a year off, fully recovered. I'm taking a chance on Cam Newton.
So is that Denver's next shot next year?
It's not going to be Denver.
Why not?
Because he's not a tall white guy.
Seems to be the MO there.
Yeah.
That seems to be what John Elway likes.
Or Brandon Allen with small hands.
How tall is Brandon Allen?
He might be the shortest one out of the group, actually. It's fascinating because is it going to be a team that maybe drafts a guy in the second round, wants to bring him in? I still think he has plenty to play for. Right offense, scheme it up. He can use his athleticism. Yes, he's not the most accurate of passers. That man can still make plays in this league.
So I could see him in a number of places. I could see him in Denver. I could see him in Cincinnati. I could see him in Tampa Bay if they opt to go a different way. I could see him with the Raiders as they go into Vegas if John Gruden decides that Derek Carr is not his guy. I don't know whether I see him in a lot of other places than that, but those ones kind of jump out at me. Matt Ryan's got a long-term deal in Atlanta, right?
Matt Ryan's fine.
Okay.
He's not going anywhere.
So that's kind of, as I look around, where might that work? You see anything else? I don't know that I think he's the guy in Miami. I think Miami's going to draft and start fresh and play whoever they draft.
Yeah, with the upcoming first-round picks they have, I don't think a quarterback's going number 1 this year, so that's going to be fascinating to watch.
And who's got
with
it?
Tua or Burrows.
Well, if the Jets have it, it's not going number 1. If Miami has it, I could see it going 1. If the Bengals have it, I could see it going number 1.
I just don't think there's a quarterback, but it's all about need. You think Ben Roethlisberger's coming back? He wants to.
Yeah, I think that's an
area to watch.
I don't know that I think he works in Pittsburgh, although I don't know why I don't think that. He could work in Pittsburgh too. Those are the 4 places that I think. But
Tennessee Titans?
Tennessee could work. Yes. Tennessee could work. But I think that I think it's somewhere else. All right, Alex Spanos. Yesterday we were sitting here talking about the report in The Athletic that said the Chargers may move to London permanently. They might be the London Chargers, or the London Bridges, or the London Broyles, or the London Chargers. Here's Alex Spanos. Is it cleaned up? You sure it is? All right, it's bleeped? All right, this is the owner of the Chargers addressing that.
It's total. Okay? We're not going to London. We're not going anywhere. We're playing in Los Angeles. This is our home, and this is where we're planning to be for a long time. Okay. Period. Okay? And if you want me to say it again, I'll say it again.
Yeah, please.
Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome. Can you say it again?
Holy moly.
It's total bleeping BS.
Nowhere's in. We're not going nowhere.
You know why it hurts?
Nowhere's.
Because no one wants you. Like, other than going back to San Diego, but they don't even like you. They might like the Chargers.
They would take the Chargers back if the Spanos family would sell.
But the Spanos family is not welcome in San Diego.
Right.
You can tell me all you want about that being your home. You play a road game 16 times a year. Someone said this yesterday. So it was on Around the Horn. The NFL, and these things happen, and you can never perfectly plan it, but the Chargers would have been the team to go to Vegas.
No, there's no doubt. I heard that on because they'd have been the fresh, new, shiny thing in Vegas. If they'd have put the Raiders in L.A., where they've got a fan base, and they had played before, if the Raiders would have moved to L.A. and the Chargers moved to Vegas, the Chargers would have been accepted in Vegas because they'd have been the shiny new toy, and anybody would have been accepted in Vegas because they're new. L.A. didn't need a second team, period, and they sure didn't need the Chargers coming up with no fan base from San Diego, thinking that fans were going to come with them. And I told you this yesterday. Anybody who's spent any time in San Diego, if you know the dynamic, San Diego people want nothing to do with L.A. They don't want to be L.A. They don't like L.A. They consider L.A. a rival. It's a different place. They don't want to be anything like L.A. They want to be their little Mecca, the America's finest city down there in the South, and just chill and lay back, brah. They don't want to be Los Angeles, brah.
No.
They don't.
They don't need that Hollywood lifestyle, bro.
And so once your team goes up there, they're like, bleep that. We're not going up there unless there's a really good concert that's not coming down here. Like, why else would I go up there? My buddy's got a big 50th birthday party or 30th birthday party, or then I'll go up to L.A., brah. But I'm not going to fight that traffic, brah.
I ain't wasting my time with that.
I'm not going north of the
Not
camp.
down with the 405.
No, they don't. You got to take the 5 through Camp Pendleton, and then it's spaghetti's out. No. And so anybody who thought that fan base was going to travel up to L.A. was out of their mind. And that was the Spanos family. And L.A. could care less. They were without an NFL team for 20 years. Right? So if they had 1 or 2, the Rams worked. The Rams had a history there. The Rams, the Rams worked. The Rams were LA.
They might, in that stadium, and just in the town, they are behind both soccer teams as of right now.
Well, they're behind a soccer team in their own building. They're playing.
That's what I'm saying.
They're like the second tenant to a soccer team in a building.
Carlos Vela, Zlatan Ibrahimovic resonate more than Phillip Rivers and anyone wearing a Chargers uniform.
I got to believe that's right. Right. If you look at the hierarchy in L.A., I mean, would you say Lakers are 1, Dodgers are 2? All right? And then I don't know who 3 is. It would either be SC Football or the Rams. All right. But then you start hiding. I mean, the Chargers come up after the Kings and the Galaxy and LAFC and UCLA basketball.
Clippers are moving, man.
And the Clippers are way up there, too. Yeah.
Stars. They got the best player in basketball.
And probably behind the Ducks.
Quack, quack. Really?
I'm going to guess the Chargers might be, well, maybe not behind the Ducks, but they're behind the Kings. But I used to say this when Fraschilla moved here and talked about how he was in the fishbowl and he did the New York media. I'm like, yeah, dude, but you're like 13th on the rung. You're behind the Knicks and the Nets and the Yankees and the Mets and the Jets and the
Giants. You're the back
Giants
page to the back page.
Right?
Now you're moving up. Number one.
Now, whatever, it might be just the Albuquerque Journal, but you're number one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the Chargers, man. Like honestly, who do you think gets more press? To JJ's point, LAFC, the football, or the Galaxy, or the Chargers. Soccer teams do. The Rams do. The Lakers do. The Dodgers do. The Clippers do. The Kings do. USC football does. UCLA football does. UCLA basketball does. SC basketball might. The Ducks might. Oh, yeah, the Chargers are here too. All right, put them at 12 or 13. You think I'm kidding?
No.
And it's the NFL. So I heard that point on Around the Horn, too, yesterday. Yeah, they'd have been way better off going to Vegas. Way better off going to Vegas. And I'm going to tell you that some Charger fans might have followed him to Vegas. Not a lot, because they're still pissed at the Spanos family for taking away their team. But some fans might. But there was no way in hell the Charger fans were going to follow that team. They're dead to me. That's the thought. They're dead. No, you think I'm kidding?
No, it's funny. They're dead to me.
They're dead to me.
Chargers.
I told you a story about my buddies who had their dad's tickets. They split. There were four of them. Two of my buddies split one of their dad's tickets that they had since they opened up in the 60s until the day they left Jack Murphy Stadium. Yeah. 505-246-0610. That's how you get in. 888-922-0610. I'll get you some emails when we come back. Adam Deal's here in an hour. We'll talk prep stuff because, well, playoffs. It's the opening drive. On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit
Pick where they want to play next.
Winner gets to go to Vegas. Loser has to go be the Rams' roommate.
Put that on the line. I'm in.
They should almost make that trade now.
A little more emphasis on Thursday Night Football.
They should almost do that right now.
Like, hold up.
Chargers are moving to London. The London Chargers. That's right. You still got Alex Spanos' soundbite? I'll play it queued up. I want to hear it again. You want me to say it again? Yeah, I kind of do. Yeah. Yeah. Alex Spanos, you cranky old crotchety. Yeah, no, do it. Oh, yeah.
Okay? We're not going to London. We're not going anywhere. We're playing in Los Angeles.
Not going
This is
anywhere.
our home, and this is where we're planning to be for a long time. Period.
You want to hear it again?
Okay? And if you want me to say it
Yeah,
again,
no, I do.
I'll say it again.
Yeah, please.
Okay?
Wow, that was long.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, anytime.
That is a total guy who is overcompensating because he realizes how bad the situation
No, that's right. That's right.
for the Chargers.
This is my home.
I'll say it again.
I'm not leaving. It's my job. I'm not leaving.
Sorry, can you
you're
clarify
out.
that quote for us?
Yeah, sir. What did you just say? Where's your home? Did the newspaper come? Is it still sitting on your porch? It's brutal. All right. Bleep. We're not going anywhere. 246-0610. We're not going anywhere either. 888-922-0610.
Maybe they could just be like a traveling team, like old school, go barnstorming, just play in a new place every weekend.
Okay. Albuquerque could be. You know what? That might work.
Hey, yeah.
No, if you played in places like let's just say we're playing in Albuquerque on October 17th.
Nice.
The Chargers are coming to town.
Right? They'd sell out. Right?
Man.
Yeah.
No,
make
they'd
them fill it
sell.
out.
Right.
And then next we're going to Reno, and then we're going to Louisville. We're going to these places that are kind of these.
And then we're going to Iowa. And then we're going to Wisconsin. Yeah.
See? I think that'd be great. They could be the Howard Deans, right? The Howard Dean Chargers, and they could just barns.
I've never seen an NFL game in South Dakota.
I think it's a great idea. You can go to the Fargo Dome up in North Dakota. So the NFL's coming. I'll bet they would sell out.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you can't play the Steelers at Villanova, right? And you know what I'm saying? Like you have to go somewhere that's not regional to the team you're playing. So if you're playing the Raiders, you got to go down to I don't know, go play at Duluth or something, right? But they would sell out way more. I mean, don't you think if the NFL came here for a weekend, And it was if it was the Chargers, I don't know. I mean, it's such a tough football town. But if it was the Chargers against the Jaguars this weekend, a Dreamstyle Stadium, would it sell out? It would sell out.
I would
right?
think
The
so.
NFL
Yeah,
would sell
yeah,
out,
I would
wouldn't
think
it?
so.
You would see Jeff in jorts and a Gardner Minshew mustache on the sidelines.
Let's go.
Where do you get shorts? Like, do you have to make your own?
You
Walmart?
can make
Walmart
your
would
own.
be my
but,
first thought.
yeah, I got some.
Well, of
from
course you
Walmart
can make your
before.
own, but you get them at
You
Walmart.
can always make your own.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Man,
that.
let her know why that's
But then
so
you got to
funny.
sew them, right?
Oh my
like
gosh.
unless you want the cutoff.
You just
shorts.
want that cut off a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
The Daisy.
I'm not
Ridge.
going to sew them. I'm just going to.
So just
Boom,
cut off
go.
the frayed edges.
I did that,
Get those
man. I
quads
did
out.
that. I had some
I-
old pants that just tore up. I just tore them up, and they were my working shorts.
You think George is the funniest thing ever?
It's
Don't
the
you?
funniest thing ever. I was telling my kids, and my kids were like, "Yeah, that's kind of funny, Dad." And then I was just we drive a few more, and then miles, and then I just started laughing. I was like, and then it's just the funniest thing.
Jason, you wear jorts? No.
Come on, Jason.
All right, yeah, just ask.
Once in your life, I'm sure you did.
All right, Bill wants to know on Sharon Jones. Jeff, with his court date tomorrow, is there a chance we see Sharon back on the field Saturday? No. Not the Saturday.
Come on, man.
You think he's coming back Saturday?
No, the guy's comment.
Well, so what if the charges get thrown out? If he and I didn't even know he was in court today, but if he's in court today and the charges get thrown out, is impossibility that he comes back to the team?
I don't think it's impossible in that scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to
I
happen
didn't think
in
about
court
that.
today. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know. So, this is from AC. He says, I'm not a fan or supporter. However, the way UNM handled this situation is correct. You can't have the university speaking on stuff the family may not want them to become, may not want. Then they become liable for information the family may not want out. Sounds line fired is just nosy, is what that says. All right, so he's saying they handle it the proper way. All right.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with what happened yesterday. I think there's some people that wanted more emotion out of Bob Davie, but that's such a hard thing to hold over him. Like he doesn't care because he didn't say it in front of a camera, and then they're pointing out the player statements on social media. I don't think anything was handled wrong yesterday. They were all trying to cope with it hours after finding out Najee Flowers had passed away, and you said it. Everyone grieves differently. They're all trying to figure out how to do this with still what's going on this week, which is potentially trying to play a football game on Saturday. So just everyone's head is spinning.
Look, with APD saying there's no foul play and there was nothing suspicious about it, and it's not natural causes, that leads you to the obvious conclusion, right? And that's something that is very difficult to address. I understand an autopsy is going to be done today. And I hate speculating, but I'm going to guess the family probably asked to not release details.
Especially just yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. Think of all the things you got to deal with.
It doesn't mean that they the UNM or Bob Davie doesn't care. Like that was just hours trying to wrap your head around the loss of Najee Flowers
and how it happened.
Yeah.
And you got 100 young men in that room that you're trying to take care of. And honestly, with all due respect to you or any other fan, like if I'm in that situation, my concern is those young men and not you. Honestly. And I understand you're curious and you want to know, and damn it, I need to know. And okay.
And I think it's unfortunate because the feeling I get from seeing some of those comments, it's more that the already don't like Bob Davie, so we're going to use this to pile on Bob Davie.
Yeah, I think that's part of it.
Because we think he doesn't care about Najee Flowers.
Carl says he's on Hoops. He says, I can't believe folks are looking forward to the return of Steve Alford and Craig Reed that much after what we saw last night, Jeff. Look at the Nevada roster. This isn't the pack of the last two seasons. Unless I'm totally wrong, they'll be a 500 club at best. This is San Jose State. This is Wyoming.
It's not San Jose State. It's not. Come on, guys. You know why they're looking forward to it. Steve Alford coming down that ramp with Nevada, how we left, the dislike of Craig Neal. The storylines have nothing to do with basketball when it comes to those two guys walking back down that ramp.
I'm telling you right now, they won't do it, but I wish they would. They should both walk down that ramp in their cherry blazers. Coach the other team. What does it matter what color your tie is? But they should both pay homage. Yep, we loved our time here. And both of them, Neil and Alfred, walk down in their cherry blazers. Roman should wear like his old jersey or something.
The problem is that's not paying respects.
You don't think so?
That's super troll job. Because how would the Lobo fans feel if their coach did that down in Las Cruces?
First of all, there wasn't a big deal about a crimson jacket down there.
No, but if there was
Crimson
something
sweater.
where our head coach is coming out in the opponent's building.
Yeah, fair enough. It would be a great troll job, and it'd be awesome.
Yes.
It'd be a great troll job. I still hope they do it. No, seriously, it'd be a great troll job.
And I think the only way it could end is with Craig Neal getting to the scorer's table, ripping
On a
it
Harley.
off, throwing it down on the ground.
Yeah, or coming down on his Harley,
Making donuts and then
right?
flying back out.
Come on, tell me you don't want to see them both.
Oh, I
come out
want to
with
see
cherry
that, but
blazers.
it's nothing about respect. It's just a total
okay. That'd be a great troll
the
job.
Dean Spanos moment right there.
This is our home.
They let you know.
This is my home.
Not going nowhere.
I'm not even
see?
going nowhere. We're coming in here and we're winning.
Going
This is my
anywhere. Anywheres.
home. I love that. Then you'd have to bring out IPS to figure everything out. Hey, IPS is the security company I trust to watch my home because it just makes me feel better and it gives me peace of mind. And all my neighbors feel peace of mind when they see those vehicles that say IPS on them going down the street. International Protective Service. Police simply don't have enough officers to respond to all the home break-ins, all the alarms that go off every day around this town. IPS responds for homes which they monitor when alarms go off, typically within 5 to 7 minutes, with trained armed security personnel, often less. I told you the story. We were out of town this weekend. I call IPS. They come by and patrol your home when you're gone. And I forgot to call them when we got back, and we were home an hour. And there was a knock on the door, and then there was an officer, and he was going to the back. He was going to make sure that everything was secure around the house. They come by and patrol your house when you're not there. They'll move the garbage cans to the street and back on garbage day. Pick up the newspapers, your mail. Give your home that lived-in look. If you've got a trip coming up, they will patrol your house. Call IPS. 897-2420 is the number. 897-2420 or go to IPSglobal.com. Those vehicles you see in your neighborhood, that means someone on your street refuses to be a victim of property crime. Don't wait till something bad happens. Let IPS secure what's valuable to you. Call them at 897-2420.
Sports Animal time is 8:26. Let's take another look here at the Wednesday morning's commute. This report is sponsored by Panera Bread. Well, right now we have a new accident crash southbound I-25. That is around exit 284 in Santa Fe. This is in Santa Fe. And we still have active crash earlier eastbound I-40 right at Coors. And that's about the only two things to worry about right now. But if you see an accident, make sure and give us a call on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167, brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. I'm Josue with Sports Animal Traffic.
The Jim Rome Show.
The Sports Animal has been in existence a quarter of a century. This radio station is so amazing. I have been on that station 25 years. I'm really, really grateful for that. Really thankful for that. Albuquerque is an incredible jungle market.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
A better life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
You want to live longer? Who doesn't? But how? I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, CNN's chief medical correspondent. Well, it seems like every few weeks we hear another study that links sugar-sweetened beverages to negative health impacts. And here's another one. Researchers found people who drank 2 or more glasses of any type of soda a day, regular or diet, had a higher risk of early death compared to people who drank less than 1 glass a month. It's an association, not cause and effect, but worth paying attention here. If it's the caffeine you crave, try coffee or tea. If it's the bubbles, try seltzer or soda water. And if you crave sugar, try infusing your water with some real fruit. One of my colleagues at Emory University once taught me that our taste buds turn over every 2 weeks. So if you can get past the intense sugar cravings those first 2 weeks, your taste buds will adjust to find natural foods with sugar more satisfying. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, helping you live a better life.
Panera has new breakfast wraps. And yeah, they're an easy on-the-go start to your day. But these are no microwave and go wraps. These are slow-smoked Chipotle chicken, egg, and avocado go-getters. They're maple bacon, eggy smoked Gouda bundles of portable bliss. And they all pair perfectly with our new cold brews. All this can be yours in an instant with rapid pickup. For breakfast that's fast, not fast food. Panera, food as it should be.
Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale starts now, and it's the best time to save on mattresses. Right now, get a king bed for the price of a queen and a queen for the price of a twin for savings of up to $600. Plus, get a free adjustable base when you spend just $4.99. Hurry in and beat the crowds to find the bed of your dreams. Visit MattressFirm.com or a store near you to shop the best deal of the season. Your budget stretches further at Mattress Firm. Offer valid with qualifying purchase. Restrictions apply. Valid at participating locations only. For offer details, visit MattressFirm.com/sale.
New Balance Albuquerque. Shoes that fit better and perform better. At New Balance, we actually measure your feet on Juan Tabo north of Constitution and in Cottonwood Corners next to Best Buy. New Balance.
Elephant Bar Restaurant and ABQ Uptown is a scratch kitchen with craft cocktails delivered with genuine hospitality. We are excited to announce that we will be open for Thanksgiving this year. Let us do the cooking and come enjoy a traditional turkey dinner plate made from scratch turkey pot pie, a savory turkey and cranberry sandwich, or the mega turkey and steak combo dinner. And of course, pumpkin pie. We'll be open from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. Reservations are encouraged. Elephant Bar now features a midday mix and match menu with your choice of 2 items for $10. Also now serving brunch on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Elephant Bar also features a full sports bar and happy hour. Weekdays from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. and every day 9 p.m. to close. And this week, Elephant Bar Restaurant in Uptown is our sweet deal. Get $50 worth of Elephant Bar for just $25. All you have to do is log on to sportsanimалabq.com and click on the Sweet Deals logo. Again, Elephant Bar. We're open for Thanksgiving this year from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Reservations encouraged, and don't forget the sweet deal.
TJ Trout here, and fall fishing in New Mexico is fantastic. Take it from me. For more information or to buy your license online, visit the Department of Game and Fish website at wildlife.state.nm.us. Get out and fish, New Mexico.
Where sports and culture meet the weekend.
Local events,
concerts,
spectacles,
what's happening,
pulse of the city,
sports, and much more.
Hey guys, come join the conversation with Van and Fred every Saturday starting at 7 a.m.
ABQ Central, Saturdays from 7 a.m. till 9 on The Sports Animal.
What's wrong, Santa?
I would have a gift for Mrs. Claus. She wants her home renovated.
I've got you covered. You need Rudolph's Rockin' Renovations. Win one at Isleta.
Win your share of $1 million in cash, free play, and 16 $50,000 home renovations from Dreamstyle Remodeling.
50 drawings every Saturday and Sunday.
Ho, ho, home, sweet home.
Rudolph's Rocking Renovations.
Now through December 22nd at Isleta Resort and Casino.
Where the fun begins.
There's no better time to save on Tempur-Pedic than during Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale. Save up to $600 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. Plus, get $300 in bonus cash. Good toward your choice of sleep accessories. No one has more Tempur-Pedic than Mattress Firm. Don't wait. Take home the most highly recommended bed in America. Feel the comfort of Tempur-Pedic yourself at Mattress Firm. Offer valid with qualifying purchase. Restrictions apply. Valid at participating locations only. For offer details, visit mattressfirm.com/Tempur-Pedic.
The Jim Rome Show. Up next at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Got a pretty good text from Jim. Philip Rivers will repopulate the Chargers fan base in Los Angeles. That's fair. Yeah.
Speaking of cousins showing up to a game.
Yeah. 2460610 if you want to come in today. 888-922-0610. Adam Deal's going to be here. The big dog over at ProView Networks. We're going to talk high school sports. We've got playoffs getting ready to go. So we'll do that coming up at 9:15. I'm getting through some emails for you today, and we're all over the place. Omar's in on the Cowboys. Said, we've been there before, Jeff. You don't hear a lot of trash talk from Dallas Cowboy fans after beating a team with a losing record. That's because when you're the Dallas Cowboys, your birthright is championships. You don't get excited about beating Timbuktu State like the Browns fans do, Broncos fans do, and Lobo fans. Right?
It's because you don't want anyone to then remind you lost to the Jets.
Oh, you lost to the Jets. Isn't that Timbuktu State?
Yeah.
Who else did the Jets beat? Oh, the Jets didn't.
The Jets just lost to the Dolphins.
They didn't beat the Dolphins, did they?
If this was a college football playoffs, you'd be on the outside looking in.
Because of your bad
You
loss.
could never overcome that.
That's right. That's Ohio State losing to Iowa 2 years ago. Borchett, that's Ohio State losing to
Ohio State
Northwestern.
losing
to Georgia State.
No.
Georgia State?
That's Ohio State losing to Davenport.
Davenport. Davenport. Grand Canyon lost to Davenport last night. How would that go?
It's called hiding in the corner because you don't want anyone to remind you how bad that was.
Oh, that's right. Remember that happened?
Man, I ain't had.
Yeah, but then we came back and beat the mighty
Jets.
Eagles. All right. Yeah.
I know. It happens. It happens.
Dan's in. It says heartbreak for Juan Jose State, Jeffrey and J-Ho. How do you play a great 99 minutes, then have a miscommunication between two Spartan defenders?
Because it wasn't a great 99.
Letting the Lobo women's soccer player right on by. It's from Dan. So Lobo women's soccer advanced. They beat San Jose State in the 99th minute yesterday, 1-0 on an absolute misplay by the San Jose State
It's the
goaltender.
pressure. Midway through the second half, New Mexico found their footing. They started to create chances. They're playing much better. They were the dominant team in the overtime period. Baker had already hit the post.
Hit the post!
Had a shot saved. And then the pressure on the back pass allows Baker to take it away from the keeper because
back pass.
If you pass it back to your keeper can't pick it up in the box.
Right.
So you put your keeper in a terrible position to try to play that out with her
Keeper
feet.
can only play it with the hands if it comes off the foot of the opposition.
And Baker was right there. Boom, slides it home. Winner.
Winner,
Chicken
winner. Let's move on to tomorrow night's dinner. Weather looked nice in Boise, too. Beautiful day in Idaho.
It was nice here yesterday.
Yeah, it was nice
chilly.
here. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So who they got today?
Play tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Who they got tomorrow?
Play the top seed.
Who's that?
Forget.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you. I
snap
feel
up.
horrible now.
No, you don't.
I kind of do, actually. I was certain you would know it.
No, you don't.
I actually do.
They
I
they
don't
have
like
an
doing
off
that.
day after
All right, so they play the top seed.
each round.
All right.
They go further.
All right. Did you see this, Jeffy? The shocking collapse by San Antonio Football Club that put United in the tournament has cost their coach his job. They fired the coach of the San Antonio. What are they called? What's San Antonio's football club called? San Antonio FC? Oh, yeah. That's a pretty good one. They parted ways with Darren Powell after his club missed the playoffs. Damn. I'm going to ask Troy Lesane if when he was in here. Like, is he coming in on Friday?
We have some big news Friday morning.
All right. I'm going to ask him if he feels bad about getting Darren Powell fired. He's like, no, otherwise it would have been
He
me.
didn't do anything. It was San Antonio being up 2-0 and then somehow ending up in a tie with the team that had a player sent off.
How did that even happen? All right, Jason's in. Oh, it's basketball season. Jason's back on Team Talk a Lot, done little, not to be confused with Team Talk a Lot, lose to a D2.
Ooh.
Good morning, OD in the AM. Yesterday, Sid emailed making the point that 38 out of the 40 years and after 12 NCAA appearances, 5 regular season championships, and 0 Sweet 16s, Lobo fan and Talking Heads are at it again. Here's some perspective. Montana has 10 NCAA appearances, 9 regular season championships, and a Sweet 16 in the past 40 years. Would Lobo fan view Montana as a great program? You play them, by the way, so we'll see, but you can take away the $61 million monument to mediocrity. You are Montana. Sorry to insult Grizz fan. In fact, Lobo fan might kill to be Montana. This year, Lobo Hoops returned 6 players from a roster, which, after having expectations placed upon it by the media last season and a gym teacher who proclaimed this is a team that will contend for a tournament berth, yes, he said it, was called not talented after losing to San Jose State. So how did those 6 players who are cornerstones all of a sudden become talented this year? Easy answer. Lobo fans and coaches talk up the talent of everything Lobo. Lobo basketball is the 5-foot guy buying a big truck to mask insecurity.
Big break.
Maybe that is the Lobo fan base. We've heard all the talk as usual, but talk is validated in March. What will we hear from Lobo fan? Maybe Edward can give us 5-star odds on that. Excuses? Wait until next year. Silence? Or it's Krebs' fault. crimsonally, Jason, fan of Team 4-0 versus the gym teacher. Prayers to UNM football. What do you think? Lobo fan is Montana, or Lobo basketball is not as good as Montana. That's what he just told you.
With a building.
You wish you were Montana. You just have a nicer building, or at least a more expensive one. Is that what I hear?
That's what he said.
You're looking at me with that face that says, "Dude, we got to take a break." I don't know. Should I just push you and push you until it gets really uncomfortable? And then we come back, we have no time, and we have to go to another break. It's the opening drive at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales.
They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at ProView Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring you all of your New Mexico high school sports coverage.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green.
And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment.
You trash it,
we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits and not just a job at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen. Call 505-256-9257. Local Union 412.
Car Crafters, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters! It's like it never happened!
At New Mexico Highlands University, you're more than a student, you're family. Whether you're taking courses in Las Vegas, Santa Fe, Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, or Farmington, you'll get that one-on-one attention to inspire you to reach your goals. Let New Mexico Highlands help take your passion and accelerate.
Lobo football is Montana? Is that what he told me? I mean, Lobo basketball is Montana? They beat Montana in the first round of the tournament a few years back, didn't they? Remember when Wayne Tinkle was the coach?
Tinkle.
Yeah. It was close. And they got beat by, what was it, Villanova in the next round? Does that sound Washington? I think it was Washington. That was the Quincy Poindexter year, right? Pondexter? Wasn't that it? Could have been. 246-0610. Come on in, 888-922-0610. November 6th, the 150th anniversary today of college football. 150 years ago today. First college football bowl game, or college football game. Rutgers and Princeton, I believe, played in the first ever college football game. 150 years later, here we go. I'm going to give out a football today, and to further the game of football. That's what we're trying to do today. Hello, Lance. How are you?
Some Hall of Famer.
Hut.
Young Buck Jackson.
Jack
Young Buck
Omaha.
Jackson.
Jason.
All right, little morning cadence for the opening drive.
Thank you, Lance. Thank you.
Right, God bless you guys. Okay, we'll see you. No, I'm just kidding. Boo or cheer when Alfred comes down the ramp. I'm going to boo.
Why?
I'm sorry.
What did he do to you? You're not even going to be there.
He left us in the middle of the night for the grass is greener on the other side, and he failed, which is karma.
Something was greener.
You know, he had a good thing here, you know, and that's just, you know, just keep it going. Keep your life going. If it's going good, just keep your life going.
He did.
At some point in life when you finally tasted some success, I think if you're treated well, like we treated him great, that's all you can ask for in life, at any job. You know, so anyway, not a blue-collar guy. And Jason spends way too much time hating the Lobos. You know? I mean, he definitely wouldn't talk to me like that in person with my Lobo shirt on. I'm sure about that. You know, hiding behind his text. But, hey, we beat you in football. Shut up already. You know, I mean, you're very talented. Give us some other call. Put some other content in there sometimes. I'm anxious to hear that smart sports mind kind of reach out to some other subjects sometimes. It's getting old, but, you know, I appreciate your calls. I root for the Aggies in any sporting event except when they play the Lobos. I root for all teams in New Mexico. You know, I'm from Colorado. But that's how they roll up there. They root for all their guys. I mean, nobody hates anybody. So we got a long way to go as far as sports fans here. And I hope that, you know, Weir can finally smile, but I hope we don't do like last year. We're just a bunch of guys dribbling the ball. I mean, just holding on to it too long. Nobody moving around. So somebody waiting for the hot shot guy. We had the great three-point shooter in the country, but you know, that's not a team, you know, and I really am dying for some success here in Albuquerque I'm not here no more, but they're in Albuquerque for all those fans to get back going on. And that's just a thing. The basketball wins could make it to where more people would probably go to a football game next year, you know, no matter what. And but that's a train wreck. I don't know what to say about the football thing, but all I know is, Jason, the Lobos beat you. We're a dumpster fire, so you're like the scum under the dumpster when you do that to the Lobo fans. Have a nice day, guys.
Good
Love
day,
you.
sir. Love you. Goodbye. Smooches. Can't we just all get along? Yeah. Can't we? Jason's, you know, I'll give you this. For being the same basic theme,
he hits you from different angles.
He's really good.
Oh yeah,
he comes at you with different angles,
that, yeah.
and they're thought out. There's facts in there, like he did the research on what Montana did over the last X number of years in comparison to what you did. Like with it being the same basic theme, the emails are different all the time. I don't know. He's Grady's really good too. You got two Hall of Fame texters, emailers right there, don't you?
Yeah.
Is there a better emailer?
Keyboardist.
Jason's terrific.
He's good.
He's terrific. All right, 246-0610-888-922-0610. Gene says, I keep hearing some Lobo fans tell me the next football coach needs to be more like Coach Talk a Lot. I don't even know who that is. Well, the record the last 4 years for Coach Talk a Lot is 110, 111, and 3. In addition, they could have not only survived but thrived if they had embraced the facility across the street. Oh, Birmingham.
Oh,
okay.
I get you.
All right. Instead, they're playing in front of a handful of fans at their own place while United is selling out the gym. It's from Gene. Gene, what kind of crowd were they putting in across the street? Were they selling out across the street? So you really contend if they were still playing at Isotopes Park, which
wouldn't be getting the same crowds as United.
That'd have been some scheduling stuff now, huh? That somehow they should have gotten the crowds that United got. I'd love to hear your theory on that. If Lobo baseball was still playing at Isotopes Park, they'd be getting those United crowds instead of United. What? They're getting about the same amount of people. Gene's never going to get over not playing at Isotopes Park where they couldn't practice, couldn't shower, couldn't change. But they had the great facility. I don't. All right. Everybody's got their thing, man. Adam Deal's got his thing. He's
30.
knowledgeable at high school sports. He's going to be here from ProView Network coming up at 9:15, and we'll get into the brackets. Playoffs! It's this weekend.
20.
Drive, we're on ProView Network statewide on Comcast Channel 26, ProViewNetworks.com, and all their social media platforms. Or you can just go to our Facebook page, The OD in the AM. Glad you're with us
10.
on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Network. Cam Newton is out for the year. The Panthers placing him on IR Tuesday with his foot injury. If they make it to the playoffs, there is a chance he could return then. But until then, Kyle Allen remains under center. GM Marty Herney says Cam followed the rehab program diligently, but still has pain in his foot. Cam saw 2 foot specialists last week and was told it's going to take significant time for the injury to fully heal. While Cam is out, Nick Foles is back. Doug Marrone announcing this morning the Jags quarterback is returning from breaking his collarbone in week 1 and will be the starting quarterback after their bye this week. Gardner Minshew will be the backup. Jets coach Adam Gase says Le'Veon Bell will not practice Wednesday. Bell underwent an MRI on his knee Monday after the Jets lost to the Dolphins on Sunday. If Bell is too gimpy to go against the Giants, Bilal Powell would be the go-to back. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
If you can't seem to stay ahead of your bills, then this message is for you. How would you like to have a large portion of your credit card debt, medical bills, and department store debt forgiven? National Credit Card Relief would like to give you free information on a proven debt forgiveness program. This program has been used by thousands to legally forgive millions in unsecured debt. It's not bankruptcy. It's not consolidation. This special program actually wipes clean the portion of your debt that is forgiven from what you owe your creditors. Call for free information and get all your questions answered in the first free call. The more you owe, the more you can save. If you have at least $10,000 or more in credit card bills, this debt forgiveness program can be very effective. Call for free information and find out more now. 800-291-6670. There is no cost or obligation for the information. Don't wait. Call 800-291-6670. That's 800-291-6670. Get your debt problem solved. Call 800-291-6670 today. Not available in North.
There's a new home for Lobo Talk, and you're listening to it.
Lobo Talk. I'm your host, Robert Portnoy.
Catch the voice of the Lobos, Robert Portnoy, right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Every week as he talks with Lobo coaches, players, and more. Lobo Talk, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Has your car been blindsided? Make the right call to Quan's Auto Body. With our certified collision repair and top quality customer service, you'll be sure to score with this decision. With 39 years of local experience, Quan's Auto Body is the only choice you should ever need when it comes to choosing an auto body shop. Come and see the guys who make it better at any of our 3 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Quan's Auto Body. We make it better. Visit quans.com.
He had the nation dancing.
Isleta Resort and Casino presents Chubby Checker.
Matinee show, 3 p.m. Sunday, November 24th.
Tickets just $25 at Isleta.com.
Chubby Checker.
November 24th at Isleta Resort and Casino.
If you have a plumbing emergency at your home or business, call Roto-Rooter for fast emergency plumbing service 24 hours a day. With 80 years experience, when it comes to plumbing emergencies, Roto-Rooter makes things right.
Exxon and Mobil present How to Be Supremium. First, fill your tank with Exxon and Mobil Supremium Fuel. New Synergy Supreme Plus. It keeps your engine 2 times cleaner for better gas mileage. Then get the rest of your car 2 times cleaner. My horn is so clean it squeaks. Sorry about that. So clean your engine with new Exxon and Mobil Synergy Supreme Plus. It's supreme. It's premium. It's Supremium. Fill up today or go to Exxon.com for details.
Synergy Supreme Plus gas compared to Synergy regular gas and 4 fuel-injected engines. Benefits based on continuous use and may vary.
O'Reilly. This is Sarah's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
Driving cross-country with 2 young children is ambitious, to say the least. Then our check engine light came on. We pulled into O'Reilly Auto Parts and they tested it. Turned out it was a faulty sensor. They referred us to a great mechanic just down the street and we were back on the road in no time.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
As we watched the suburban garden gnome carefully without disturbing it, he noticed that it moves like not at all. It's inanimate and utterly without brain function. But despite that, when a garden gnome hears about how Geico not only saves people money, but also gives them access to licensed agents 24/7 online and over the phone, it's clear to them you should switch. Because yes, switching to Geico is a no-brainer. But on second thoughts, maybe don't watch garden gnomes too carefully. People might talk.
You're in charge of hiring, and Indeed has solutions, like online skills tests, which let a candidate show that they're the right hire. We'll also have a dolphin chatter excitedly in front of the perfect candidate. Okay, there's no dolphin. But skills tests, that's a for sure.
See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Visit Indeed.com/promo today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting. Terms, conditions, and exclusions apply.
K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, 610 KNML Albuquerque, the sports animal.
And that wasn't even Hot Take Dougie that started. That was all J-Po. That was all Jason.
Gonna walk back and get some more.
Yeah, will you go get me some? I'm almost out.
Might stay there for a little bit.
What is up? Happy whatever day it is to you, Wednesday. It's the opening drive on ProView Networks at 95.9 FM. An AM 610, the sports animal, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, Josue, Jason Pohl, producing for you today on the visual medium of ProView Networks. Adam Deal will be here coming up at 9:15. We've been in on Lobo women's basketball. If you were out at the opener last night at the Pit, want to get in on that. They beat UC Riverside 80-70. Is it wrong when I hear people just go, oh, Cal Riverside or Cal Irvine, but they're different? You know, do you know that the UC schools are different than the Cal State schools? Did you know they're different systems? So the UC schools like UC Riverside, UCLA, UC Santa Barbara, UC
like
Berkeley.
When someone doesn't add a state.
It bothers me, yeah. Yeah, but the state schools like San Diego State, Long Beach State, Cal State, Bakersfield, those are all – is that just my thing?
It was just about pronouncing school's name.
UC Riverside almost. But they were winning. UC Riverside was. So did Bradbury say that UC Riverside, the Highlanders, were more talented? And they were bigger, right? But he said they were more talented? That that's a 21 team.
He said that he believes that team could win 20 games.
Mm-hmm.
And they were better than his squad on the boards.
Yep.
On the night.
All right. So
you could see that with just this roster early on in the season, it was going to be guard heavy, and tempo was going to be big for them.
Yeah.
So they figured things out up front. You know, when you lose a player like
brand new, man,
Jason Nunn in the post, who was just boom, there you go, there's your post player.
Yeah, you're throwing a bunch of new players together.
Yeah. Work to do inside.
It's like Team USA win basketball when they finished 8th in the world. You know, new playing. I don't know. Men play tonight. Eastern New Mexico will be in the Pit. What do we get on Saturday? Cal State Northridge, is that what I got coming in?
Yes, this weekend.
The Matadors. Mm-hmm. All right. Jim Herrick's still an assistant there?
And we all remember what happened last year to open the season.
Oh, Tone
Matadors.
banked one in from a mile away to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Oh, Tone. Oh, Tones were the days. Remember Tone? Now Tone's a duck.
Quack, quack.
Tone is a duck. All right, 2460610. If you want to get in on that, we got the football stuff that you can get in on. Duke and Kansas last night, Kentucky and Michigan State in the Champions Classic. Reno got beat in the Steve Alford, Craig Neal, Roman Martinez, Corey Alford opener. It's in that order, right? Alford, Noodles, Roman, Corey. Anybody else? Tanya was probably there. But Steve Alford era began with a loss at home in the Lawler Center to Utah 79-74 last night. Utah State held on and beat Montana State by 8 up in Logan. What? Why are you laughing at me?
Harold Frey dropped 34 on him. You almost got beat by Harold Frey.
Harold Frey.
Dude, potentially the best shooter in the whatever Big Sky.
How many?
How many? 34.
34. It's the altitude. It was the altitude. No,
it's no surprise that Utah State didn't look like the 17th ranked team in the country without Keita out there.
But they probably shouldn't be struggling with.
You still don't want to see them struggling like that at home.
Not Montana, as Jason told you about. Montana State. Difference between the Bobcats and the Grizzlies. Very much of a difference. One's in Bozeman, one's in Missoula.
but you can spin it forward now. Hey, valuable minutes for the rotation. Guys stepping up in his absence that they're able to hold on. Sam Merrill had himself a good night. But without Keita, that's not a top 20 team.
Yeah. All right.
They got the ranking.
So that was your hoops last night. Your college football stuff, the college football playoff.
Did you check out any of the action?
I flipped through it a little bit. I saw some Western Michigan and Ball State, I believe. Is that what I got to see?
Kent State, Toledo.
Toledo, yeah, I saw. I mean, I flipped at it. Central Michigan wasn't playing, so I didn't really watch that much.
Yeah, we're a Central Michigan house now.
We are. No, I got a text from Rob Akey yesterday, actually, Central Michigan defensive coordinator, asking about some stuff. We're Central Michigan house. We had their head coach on the show, and they're bowl eligible now, right?
Yeah.
After being 1-11 last season?
Their team, CMU.
That's right. Go Chips. We're all about the chips.
There's a Chippewas gear. I need some CMU gear.
You want some?
Yeah.
Bet I can make that
Put
happen.
it on the wall.
Put it on the wall. Yes. All right, 2460610. Hello, Jerome. How you living? Aggies were winners last night. Big over Western.
Hey, I got to watch that game too. It was a blowout, and a few good things from it. We were missing some key players that didn't play, and a couple that didn't play very much. But man, we showed how deep we are once again. Jabari Rice had a coming out party. I think he did really well. William McNair.
You showed how deep you were. You showed how deep you were beating the tar out of Western New Mexico. Like it was impressive. But I mean, I don't know how. I thought you were deep already.
You got to play who's in front of you, right? What did Grand Canyon do last night?
They got beat by Davenport. That's what Grand Canyon did last night. They got beat by Davenport.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
What did UTEP do last night?
What did UTEP do last night?
They beat New Mexico Highlands by 20, 21, something like that.
Beat who's in front of you.
So we can go out there and get a victory for 50-some points, and everybody, you kind of see what people are doing. I mean, you gotta look at everything. Of course, the whole season is not wrapped around beating a Western New Mexico team, but still, a lot of people got to play and get into some action.
No,
and,
look, it was nice, Jerome.
Like an exhibition game, but it's still good stuff to see those guys do stuff. So I'm looking forward to us. I think our next game is against UTEP, and that'll be a rivalry game, and that should be really good. Before I close, my sympathies go out to New Mexico football and the loss of that young man. That's very sad. Prayers with the UNM football team. Hey, you guys have a great day.
See you, Jerome. Thank you. Look, that's a good win. Like I'm not telling you any win's not a good win. And when you go out and you beat somebody 92-46,
well, you don't learn nothing.
You didn't learn how deep you
were. Win. The only bad things can happen in games like this. For New Mexico State last night, for New Mexico tonight, you're expecting a very comfortable victory, and then you move on.
And I love Jerome,
yeah.
But you didn't learn how deep you were last night. Like you learned that you could beat the crowd out of Western, and I think you already knew that. And by the way. I saw, I don't know where I was looking yesterday, I saw top 68 teams ranked on one of the websites, and New Mexico State was like 48, I want to say 46, 48, which is pretty nice, and talked about their depth, and they're going to be really good. They're going to be really good. They should have some opportunity this year, I hope, to beat some teams, but you didn't learn much about him yesterday, and that's okay. You weren't going to learn much about him yesterday. That's you went out and did what you needed to do and won 90. What did I tell you? 92-68. Anything jump off the page in the WAC yesterday, except for Cal State Bakersfield?
Yes.
Somebody called Notre Dame de Namur. What is that?
What jumps out is Davenport.
Yeah.
Davenport.
What jumps out is who some of these teams were playing.
No.
Chicago State beat Judson College. Utah Valley beat Westminster. UMKC beat Avila. What is that? I understand these are early, and look, I'm down. Play who you need to play.
It's schools that just
Notre Dame
Western or Eastern, whatever the name of their state is, wasn't available because it's the same thing that the Aggies and Lobos.
No, that's right. It's Notre Dame de Namur is the same thing as beating Western.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just like, our state's name wasn't available with a direction added to it.
Fair
so
enough.
we're going to call who founded us? Bob's College. All right.
We played Joey Davenport. All right. So next up for the Aggies, it is UTEP. It's a week from Tuesday. UTEP, he asked me, what did UTEP do? I'm like, I don't know. UTEP Did they open yet?
Yeah, I thought they beat Highlands, you said.
Oh, yeah. He beat Highlands by a couple. All right.
93-70.
All right, good for Highlands. Playing their first game under a new coach. It's good for them. All right, 246-0610, 888-922-0610. Adam Deal scheduled to be with us. Coming up when we get back, we'll talk high school sports. What are you showing me? That's Davenport, Iowa, but that's not that's the Quad Cities. You're showing me Davenport, Rock Island, Bettendorf, and Moline. But didn't JJ tell me it's in Minnesota?
Davenport University is in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Wrong one, dude. Like, that's really good work, and I appreciate the initiative.
But you're wrong.
It's just inaccurate.
You're wrong, Jason.
We're just going to you know what? Let's just do actually Google Maps satellite, and we'll just start looking at
Avila,
towns, and
Pacific Life.
Peeping on people's backyards from.
It's the opening drive of 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Join.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
We'll make monthly payments
been growing and
on a $200 million entry fee.
Look at you people. You didn't have pro soccer a year ago, and now it's not good enough for you. You tell Troy that when he's in here on Friday.
I'm excited, though. Big
It's not good
announcement
enough.
coming Friday morning.
Yeah, it's not good enough. When are you going to be better? Can't you appreciate what you have, you Lobo fan?
Enjoy it.
When did you like the United fan became Lobo fan like that?
Sports, man.
I mean, boom.
Success in sports will do that to you.
Yeah, they finished 10th in an 18-team
Red
conference,
Sox.
and it's
Expectation
unbelievable
is good,
success.
Jeff.
Cubs.
Expectations are fine.
Do you have $200 million?
Appreciate. I don't think if you shook everybody's pockets in this whole town, you'd get $200 million. All the money in everybody's pockets right now, cash money.
I'll just take a mill from anybody, but
it's not for you, dude. This isn't about you.
I got 14.
All of a sudden, it became about you.
Like I got 27 cents.
Adam Deal's here. It's all about him, right? I mean, this is what.
Did that even get you?
Some lint. I got some lint.
It's like 30 minutes in a parking
Happy
meter.
Wednesday, guys. Happy, nice to see you.
I thought
Happy
everybody's
Wednesday.
in a good mood, and it's like, well, why don't we go into MLS? Enjoy your USL because you're not going MLS.
Yeah, at least.
Enjoy it.
You're not Ajax.
1 year, a year ago, you didn't have professional soccer. You got a nice MLS franchise. You finished 10th in an 18-team conference. You went to the playoffs. Like, what? I mean, enjoy it. Oh, well, we're better than this. We need to go MLS. Okay, Lobo fan.
It's your new LeBron James.
All right. By the way,
championship.
You're right.
Mike just said, funny how Jerome didn't mention 0-8 Aggie football team on his call. No, it's not funny at all. I mean, well, maybe it's
basketball
funny.
season, Jeff.
Yeah, did you understand?
Yeah, this is hoop season officially, guys. Come on.
All right, can we talk?
Division One.
You mean so we can't even talk?
Well, no,
like
it's high school football playoffs and hoop season.
God
That's what I.
bless America. Adam Deal is the gigantic deal. Look at him all dressed up. He has a job interview today, tucked in his pants, put on a collar, didn't iron the shirt.
Yeah,
you have a job interview?
Man, you can't show up around here.
But I came in with just tan jeans last week, and people lost their mind. I was like, do I look that bad on a daily?
I'd never seen you in like anything but shorts or jeans, honestly, except for at your wedding.
Where did you get that Oakley, New Mexico bowl?
Where do you think I got it?
I mean, that.
Where do you think I got it?
That is sharp.
Where do you think I got it?
He's on it today, huh?
I don't know. Where do you think? I saw it at a thrift shop in Vegas.
You could have.
What do you think?
Yeah, sometimes they end up there. You know?
Yeah, I got a guy. You know what I'm saying?
I think I'm going to stick to high school football today.
Probably best.
This high school.
It's probably best. Volcano Vista's 1. Clovis is 2. Cleveland is 3. Rio Rancho's 4. The seedings out there. They are on your ProView networks right now if you're watching us. You got games this weekend in 6A. Mayfield, Carlsbad, Sandia, La Cruces, Cibola, Centennial, and El Dorado, La Cueva. What's my favorite?
Mayfield Carlsbad will be the best game. I think Carlsbad might have the edge there. It's the Bradley brothers there, so it's a good matchup. I think both those teams are very even. The first time they played was pretty close, one touchdown game. So it's a game that you probably won't be able to see, obviously. So 8-9 matchup there. Winner will take on Volcano Vista, which I don't think Volcano will have any issues with either one of those teams.
Any double-digit seed that's dangerous? I mean, so that would only be 3. But let's take the underdogs this weekend, which would be Carlsbad, Sandia, Cibola, or El Dorado.
So I say Carlsbad, the 8-9 though. I mean, come on,
Right,
that's
8-9,
you know, it's.
Yep.
I don't think Sandia has a chance in Las Cruces. I really don't. Cruces just has too many playmakers.
Where are they even going?
Marcos Lopez. Well, I mean, last year I guess the 12 seed was Cibola, and they went and beat Mayfield, the 5 seed. So I guess
Don't you know the 12-5 is the one you always pick?
I mean,
I heard
that's
a
where the
great
Aggies
speech.
are. They're going to beat Kansas State, aren't they?
Dominic Bramante was on our bracket breakdown.
Yeah.
Right? And
He's beautiful.
He's good at, motivating. Very good. Mm-hmm. And he made this little speech. His son plays for Sandia, by the way. So he made this speech how many times do you think you could legitimately beat Las Cruces? Is it 1 out of 10? Okay, so that 1 out of 10, then that we have to prepare like this is the 1 out of 10. The way he worded it was, I can't do it, like him. But it's very nice. So, that's why you go play the game. Sandia, I don't think I have a shot, though. So, I mean, Cruces is pretty good.
El Dorado La Cueva is interesting simply because it's the rivalry. It's a 10-7 game. I'm surprised to see La Cueva slip as a defending state champion all the way down to number 7.
Okay, so it's because of the seeding process, how it works. Clovis beat them to win the district this last week in an amazing game.
Amazing.
Came back and beat them, and then so they have to be seated behind Clovis, but they also lost to Rio Rancho head-to-head, which really hurt them, and Rio Rancho beat them in the seeding process, and then so did Las Cruces eventually, and then Centennial was 9-1, and so they had to be seated behind them, and so they just kept falling down the ladder, basically. The most dangerous 7 seed you'll ever see, I think, in the NMAA state tournament. This is a 7-team field, in my opinion. From 7 and up, I think any one of those teams could.
Well, I think it's interesting that if they get through El Dorado, they get Clovis again.
Right, which I think they'll have Connor O'Toole, and so they'll be a little bit more healthy, and that game came down to it. I mean, Clovis scored with 5 seconds to go in the game with Phillips catching a touchdown pass, so I'm sure La Cueva wants Clovis again in a rematch. They'll have to go up to Clovis. We'll go do that game if it's up there. If I think we'll do it either way if El Dorado or La Cueva wins, so we will go up there and do that game. But
nice of you.
El Dorado and La Cueva, it's the most interesting matchup. I mean, El Dorado made it a 7-point game with 6 minutes left to go in the first time they played, and then La Cueva scored on a drive that was really long and then got a pick 6, and so the score looked a lot worse than it was the first time they played. It was a lot tighter. So I think El Dorado, Charlie Dodson always just keeps it tight with La Cueva. So I wouldn't, if I'm La Cueva, I wouldn't be counting my W yet.
Well, you prepared everyone for Centennial. Yeah, they had the wins, but they probably weren't going to be a top seed there. They get Cibola, but how do you feel about what they do there in the 11-6 and then potentially playing Cleveland?
Yeah, Cibola might have Aiden Chavez back, the star freshman quarterback who got injured. We'll see. We don't know yet. Rod Williams did a really good job. I think they might be competitive with Centennial. Centennial's not overwhelming by any means, so I think Cibola might hang with them. I'm talking like a 28-21 game. I think it'll be a touchdown game. But I think Centennial will win, and then Centennial's not going to have enough for Cleveland, in my opinion. Cleveland last week against Rio Rancho guys. By the way, I'm on record saying this. I've been made fun of.
On record.
Dorian Lewis is back. He's back.
Back from where?
He's back. He looks good. Man, he looks so good against Rio Rancho, the way he was bobbing and weaving and cutting. I have not seen that all year this year. For some reason, he hit a comfort zone, or he was ready to start cutting like he used to, Jeff. But he's the Dorian Lewis that we saw last year against those big games like El Dorado and stuff. I really believe it. And I was talking with Heath Ridenauer, the head coach of Cleveland, and he said it too. He told me before the game, he's like, "This is the best Dorian's looked. Trust me, he's on his level now. He's on his comfort zone. He's ready." And that game, he was fantastic against Rio Rancho in a 35-20 win. So,
Adam Deal is back. He's right here in front of us. I see him. I'm on the record as saying that.
He's right here. I'm looking down the playoff brackets. I want to get your thoughts though as we move forward. Just some of the we get it. Volcano Vista, Rio Rancho, Cleveland, Clovis, but the other teams, like we've seen Cibola improve this season. Teams that took a step might be getting better, but districts, talent, players showing up. Who has impressed you in high school football that, hey, I think they can be getting better?
Yeah, I think Cibola one of those teams. They kind of just hover around, and nobody gives Rod Williams credit. I've been saying this. Rod Williams does such an amazing job year in and year out, because most of the talent from Cibola, let's be honest, goes to Volcano Vista. I think Clovis is one of those teams, and Cal Fullerton's did an unbelievable job. When you take a team over from a legend like Eric Roanhouse, winning state championships, all-time leading wins in the highest classification of NMAA history. Usually you don't make it long, to be honest, because there's so much high expectation, and you're not Roanhouse. And I think Cal Fullerton has done an amazing job. He's got players all around, Justin Webskowski, Chance Harris. These guys are really lighting up the scoreboard. And so Clovis is I think, one of those teams that last year you would have saw as a 7-10 seed, and they kind of keep growing each year, and Cal's done a good job. This is not your Clovis, let's run the football, 50 times a game. They spread it out and pass, and so I don't think anybody in Clovis has seen that, to be honest. And to be honest, it wasn't accepted at first. It's no, we run the ball here in Clovis, but Cal Fullerton, I think, has got his team in position, and their road is difficult though. So check this out. I mean, your Clovis, your present for being a number 2 seed is you get the defending champs who've been injured all year and going to be more healthy, La Cueva,
who you just saw and played a tough game against 2 weeks ago,
and then Cleveland, who's figured it out. It looks like they're ready to make a state championship run. If you win, I would imagine that's who they would get. And then, probably either the winner of Volcano Vista or Rio Rancho in the championship. Rio Rancho thumped them by 28. So that's your present if you're Clovis, is that your road is not the easiest as a 2 seed.
Adam Deal is in studio. We'll get more into the brackets. We'll get into the 5A stuff and go take a look at some other stuff as well. Got tickets to give away for you here in a moment, but I want to tell you about Kirtland Federal Credit Union's mortgage services team. They've got more than 115 years of combined experience, and now they are close to home, no matter where it is you are. Go see their whole team at the Kirtland Federal Credit Union Home Loan Center. They're centrally located on the northeast corner of Jefferson and Osuna, so no matter where you are in Albuquerque, the Home Loan Center is close by. No need to drive across town and no need to send mortgage payments out of state, since Kirtland Federal Credit Union is always local. Every step of the mortgage process happens right here at the Home Loan Center. Go see them, 6700 Jefferson, Suite D1. That's the northeast corner of Jefferson and Osuna. Learn more about Kirtland Federal Credit Union's great mortgage services at kirtlandfcu.org/home loan. Kirtland Federal Credit Union. They are more than military. They are for life. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender, federally insured by the NCUA. All right, you got an opportunity to win them before you can buy them. Journey and the Pretenders are going to be in Albuquerque June 2nd. Is that what you told me?
That is correct, yes.
El dos de, what's Junero?
De junio.
Junio?
Mm-hmm.
The 2nd of June. And you can win a pair of tickets right now, or at least your spot for a pair of tickets. All you got to do is pick up your phone and dial 505-246-0610. If you are caller number 6. Caller number 6. Right now at 505-246, 246-0610. That's 505-246-0610. You'll win those tickets, courtesy of your good friend Josue.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
At 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The Dan.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club, or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rawlins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden
Are we back
Swartz
yet?
Team Sales.
We back.
Give 'em a call.
Who got the tickets?
Steve did.
Steve.
Oh yeah. You know Steve
Davis.
Who knows, man?
No, different one.
Opening drives on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal. We're also, of course, on ProView Networks across the state of New Mexico on Comcast Channel 26. ProViewNetworks.com, all of their social media on Twitter, Facebook, and the other one, and YouTube. And you can go to our Facebook page, The OD in the AM. We're talking about the high school playoff brackets, which get started. We just went through 6A quite a bit. The 5As got a lot of the familiar names. Roswell 1, Los Lunas 2, Goddard 3, and Farmington 4.
Yeah, so Farmington has really come on at the end of the year. I think they're a dangerous team. Roswell, their side of the bracket is, I think they're just going to skate through it. They're 10-0, the defending champs. They looked amazing all year. Jeff Lynn's done a great job, and so I think Roswell will, I'm not kidding, I think they'll skate through to the finals. I think Los Lunas has the hardest. Seeing it again, like Clovis, like, okay, you're a 2 seed Los Lunas. Here's your treat. You get to play Artesia, who just slipped up. They had a bad game.
Where will that game be?
It would be in Los Lunas. And so Artesia lose to Alamogordo, right? Alamogordo had won 2 games all year. So that means by rule, because Alamogordo finished above them in district play, that Artesia had to be seeded below them. So that's why you see Artesia was such a bad seed. Artesia's gone toe-to-toe with Cleveland and a couple other really good schools. Like, they're dangerous. They're going to beat Capital, and I'm telling you, Los Lunas, Los Lunas should win, but Artesia, the history, everything, the prestige, everything. So Los Lunas, you win that, then you play Goddard, a team that they handled nicely. Goddard, though, only 2 losses on the season, very good, and so that game would also be in Los Lunas. Los Lunas could host this whole tournament.
Come on, man.
So if Los Lunas make
Highland. Highland can't pull an upset over Piedra Vista?
No, they just got smashed by PV by about 30 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
I think
they were sandbagging.
And well, I mean, their schedule was easy, but but it's good to see Highland back on a bracket. Like, when's the last time you've seen Highland on a bracket?
No, I'm all about it.
But Los Lunas will host Roswell if they play in the championship because they play that rule.
Say that again. Los Lunas would host.
They would
Roswell.
host Roswell if they both make it because
Yeah,
they played in the Wool Bowl.
The worst rule in the history of
yeah.
sports.
It's who owes who. It's not who's the highest seed.
Who owes
if you don't
who?
know.
Whatever.
You don't want to get into it?
Well, we've been into it a million times. Didn't do me any good. It just gets my blood pressure up.
You just got to deal with it, right? No centralizing. We don't want to talk about that.
That would have been nice right there.
What go to the other brackets. Is there anybody? So when you did the reveal show the other day, and there's 5A up. Anything jump off the page to you that bothered you when you went through all the brackets?
No, it's straightforward, man. I mean, people still don't get it. I've tried to explain it 1,000 times.
I don't want
There's
anything to bother you,
6
too.
criteria points. 6 criteria
Make you
points.
tuck in your shirt or something.
6 criteria points, and they go. It's like mathematical equation.
Oh, go over them one more time.
No, I mean it's just
Do the math.
it's just you look at it. It's you're finishing district play, head-to-head wins against other district champs regardless of classification, max prep rankings. What else am I missing here? Oh, and then the coach's input, which is basically a coach's poll. That's the unknown that nobody knows really in the criteria.
Exactly.
And what else am I missing?
CFP room that you love so much.
Yeah, it sounds.
Oh, then your overall record.
It
And your overall
sounds
record.
more precise than a college football playoff ranking.
It really is. It's pretty simple. It usually makes it. I mean, if you just go down.
So
the
are
list,
the coaches? Is that anonymous? Coaches poll then, or
Yeah, well, the NMA is the only one who has those results, and they don't. I don't know as if they haven't been fairly transparent with those. I've seen them come out with some of those results before. It's the only thing where you could say, okay, this team's tied and this team's tied, and the only thing is the coaches poll, and so we don't know who's going to be seated above who. That's the only time you can get caught, really. Like I'll be honest, like the 6A bracket, like I tweeted out a few hours before our show, like what I thought it would be, and that's what it was. Usually it's about 99% accurate. If you just do the math, you can come up with it, you know?
And it's right there. So there's no biases.
No, it's
Everyone
not biased at all. There's no
Metro
like, oh,
versus
let's
South.
take these two teams because it's going to draw a bigger crowd. Like, it is what it is, and you could literally, it literally is fairly transparent, except for the coaches poll.
All right, he's Adam Deal from ProView Networks. All right, so what else do you got on ProView? So you got the football. I know you got the cross country state championships coming up this weekend. You got volleyball going, soccer's going. Is you guys
Soccer state champs on Friday, and they're early. They're early in the day, so it's on Friday, and 3 girls, 3 boys. So the 3A girls, 4A girls, 5A girls, and then 3A boys, 4A boys, 5A boys. They'll all be going on. So all on the NFHS network. You can go to our website, proviewNetworks.com, and all the links are going to be there for everything. Cross country starts on Saturday. All classifications, boys and girls. It'll be about from 9 to 3 from Rio Rancho High School, and we'll have full coverage of that. Tyler Ortega will be on the call. He does a great job. Our cross country coverage for championships, it's one of the best in the nation. We've been complimented on it by the NFHS network, just because of really.
Where is that this weekend? Is it Rio Rancho?
Yeah, and it's at Rio Rancho. And the way that the cross country course goes, like around Rio Rancho in the hills, we have very good coverage at the top of Rio Rancho, the press box. So like our cameras can get the entire race very well, and normally in cross country races, like it's very
hard.
You know what I mean? So it's very central around it, so we can get good coverage. So it's fun. So if you want to check it out, NFHS Network, by rule, the NMAA and NFHS Network, all playoffs and championships are on the NFHS, and so we do a lot of that production at ProView Networks, which will be fun. So that's coming up, and then next week is the volleyball state championships, and then obviously I think quarterfinals in 6A football next week are going to be something we can talk about. I think there's going to be, just 3 outstanding matchups. And I told you, I think 7 teams could really make a run. So it's going to be fun. I love this time of the year because then hoops are starting to pick up, guys. Like, it's great. We get to start talking about hoops now.
When do we start getting some hoops games on TV?
We'll get hoops. Are you guys going to do another game this year?
I don't know. We haven't been asked.
Might.
I mean, come on.
Might.
Maybe a couple. Like, we got a lot of compliments.
We were really good.
Yeah. I mean,
That's fun.
I think Play-by-Play of the Year award should be handed out.
That's probably right. That was the best camera work of the year, too.
I thought so.
All right. What do you think Global Basketball is going to do? You like them?
I do, man. I think this is the year. I think there's been, you got point guards now. I think there's a lot of talent. Vance Jackson looks good. Carlton Braggs looks good. I think Paul Weir obviously has a proving year this year, and I think he knows that. I think the staff knows that. And I think the Lobos are kind of rich with some talent this year. I think a little run.
Who's better, Lobos or Aggies?
I'm going to go New Mexico all day. I'll never say the Aggies are better, ever.
Wow.
I
Even
grew up
though
as the
they beat 'em
biggest
5 in a
Lobo
row?
fan. Nope.
Have they been better the last 2 years?
Yeah.
All right. You just said it. That's
Okay.
good. No, that's good.
Caved quick.
So now maybe we can get a little objectivity in there. Those will be good. Actually, both those games are good. I think the Aggies are really nice.
Yeah, no, I think the rivalry will be great again this year, like it will be. I know the Aggies have owned it as of late. I believe, maybe I'm just drinking the Kool-Aid, but I believe the Lobos will be a lot better this year. What do you think, JJ? I think they are. Come on, you have like all the stats.
Oh, you know I'm going to be prepared with whatever we talk about, but to me, it's chemistry. There's a lot of egos on this team. There's a lot of dudes that think they're ballers.
Yeah.
If they have to come together defensively first. I think shooting still might be a little bit of an issue because you got guys that can put the ball on the floor, get to the basket, but spacing the floor is something to watch out
Somebody's
for.
got it. You got to find a sniper.
Shooting is something to watch out for. And are these guys going to buy in defensively? Because you have some question marks, like the Drew Drennan not being here. Corey Manigault had that situation where campus police came to his room. Like these are little things that these guys are going to have to deal with. Zane Martin lives on the edge all the time. Chemistry is going to be huge. If they can get these guys on the same page, it can be good. But I do have some concerns.
I think that it's fair to have concerns. Yeah. I think it's absolutely fair to have concerns.
Shooting, and are they
especially after what we went through last year?
If they buy in defensively, they're going to get buckets. But if they just sit there and say, well, I'm not getting mine on this end, I don't want to pressure here or there, I don't want to play up tempo, the offense is going to struggle.
So I think it's important to have a quick start because I could see frustration setting in. And I think it did last year. And I think that week that you had from Las Cruces to L.A., right, that New Mexico State Mary's week, I don't know that I've ever felt that they recovered from that week.
Yeah,
is that too much to say?
No, they were chasing it the rest of the year, and then you have like a San Jose State moment dropped on you as well, and you're trying to
Nevada.
You're trying to build off Nevada, but then you have that moment dropped on you. Because I think that when you look at, I do like Bragg, Jackson, Malwatch. I think those guys are going to steady the ship. If Caldwell lives up to the hype,
I hope so.
That's going to help the offense, but it's the buy-in defensively.
Real quick, do you want to see Alfred Neal come down in Cherry Blazers?
I absolutely do. I love Alfred. I'm sorry. I'll just say it. I love it. I love. You said Roman Martinez. I didn't know he was part of the staff. I love him.
Yeah.
Sorry, I do.
Yeah, I think it'd be incredible. All right, watch ProView Networks. They got a lot going on. All the playoffs, and Adam does a great job with Jason and the rest of that staff over there. It's just terrific coverage, and go enjoy that. It's ProViewNetworks.com and NFSA or what is it?
NFHS Network. And you guys, you said you're going to do another hoops game, so we got to set that up.
That's fine. After the turn of the year.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right, we're on Comcast Channel 26. That's ProView Networks. Thank you to Adam Deal. We'll come back, wrap it up with you. Got some. Oh, look, Sid says you always say you got a guy at the New Mexico Bowl. Why do you say that? You are the guy at the New Mexico Bowl. I said Queen to make a funny. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute. It's time to load the boom on Pro Football Hall of Fame President David Baker. I've always thought the election process by the 48-member committee was fugazi anyway. No Ken Anderson, no Joe Klecko. You kind of get the idea. This year, the Hall is creating an expanded Centennial Mega Class for 2020, which I think is great. In addition to the 5 modern era candidates, there will be a group of 15, 10 seniors, 3 contributors, and 2 coaches. However, they won't be considered individually by the normal committee. Instead, a special blue ribbon panel will vote yes or no on the entire slate. Obviously, there's always going to be politics involved, but this blatant end run puts a terrible lasting stain on the election process. What's more, not that I believe it would ever happen due to a losing record, but I would personally hate to be elected under such a cloud. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Life doesn't stop for cold, so neither should you. Dayquil Severe provides maximum strength relief for your worst cold and flu symptoms, so you can get through your day like a champion. Dayquil Severe, the daytime, coughing, aching, stuffy head power through your day medicine.
Tonight at 10 Eastern on CNBC, the series premiere of Back in the Game.
How much do you think you made your entire career?
About 200-something million.
I'm Alex Rodriguez. Remember Evander Holyfield? Today, his fortune is gone.
I trusted people.
Now that I'm retired from baseball, I want to give back by helping ex-athletes and entertainers get back on their feet.
I kind of feel that everything is too late.
Enough with the excuses.
From executive producers Alex Rodriguez and Michael Strahan.
This is a fresh start.
Back in the Game. Series premiere tonight, 10 Eastern. CNBC. Get yours.
Don't let your cold keep you up at night. NyQuil Severe provides maximum strength relief for your worst cold and flu symptoms so you can get the rest you need. NyQuil Severe, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, achy, stuffy head, best sleep with a cold medicine.
4K a day. Your chance to win big just by listening to us. Listen weekdays for the national keyword at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. When you hear it, text the keyword to 95819 and you could win $1,000. What can you do with the money? Anything you want. Message and data rates may apply. $4K a day, sponsored locally by Fiesta Kia. A huge selection and a doggone great deal. Get ready to win on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
O'Reilly. This is Jesse's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
As a nurse, not making it to work was not an option. But driving through the snow with my wiper blades struggling, I just didn't feel safe. So I pulled into O'Reilly Auto Parts, and before I knew it, an employee was offering to install the wiper blades on my car. I got to stay out of the snow for a moment, and I still made it to work on time.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Staples is more than a place you go to make copies.
It's where a conversation with an associate sparked the idea for my business card to double as a coupon. And it's where I go to reach potential customers with custom postcards.
Staples can help make your big ideas bigger ideas. And right now, when you make a select print and marketing services purchase, you receive 20% off your next order. Staples, for your business printing and beyond. In-store only, ends 11/9/19. Exclusions apply. See staples.com/print20 for details.
When it comes to your health, what does delivering more mean? It means delivering more of the best and brightest, the state's only academic and research-based medical center. It means delivering more for families. It means adding technology, expanding services, making medical advancements, and reaching a higher level of care. Delivering more means access to New Mexico's only Level 1 trauma center, more area locations, and more personalized services. UNM Health. Delivering more.
Leonard Tire and Automotive has helped with Cooper Tires, installation, repairs. You should really think about trusting your tire and automotive repair jobs with them. Leonard Tire Automotive been a family-run business. And one of the things I like about them, there's never been a hassle with them ever. Leonard Tire and Automotive is also car care. Change your oil almost quick as the quick stops can. They do engine repair, tune-ups, just about anything you need done on your vehicle. Stop by and see old Travis or Don Leonard today at Leonard Tire and Automotive. They're good folks, they really are. Second in Loma, so you bank in Manal.
There's money in them walls.
Yes, honey.
Does he always talk like that?
Ever since we got our home equity loan from Kirtland Federal Credit Union, he's been telling everyone.
Kirtland Federal Credit Union does home equity loans? I thought they were just for the military.
You don't have to be in the military, and it was so easy to apply.
Apply today at kirtlandfcu.org/home equity. Kirtland Federal Credit Union. We're more than military. We're for life. An equal housing lender. Approval based on creditworthiness and other factors. Membership eligibility applies. See your representative for complete details.
Roto-Rooter jingle, take 1.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name. Take 2.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
Take 17.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
And away go troubles
down the drain.
Let's try it like this.
Call Roto-Rooter. That's the name. And away goes troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Call Roto-Rooter for all your plumbing needs.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a Select Quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I shopped the many highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $27 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-461-2525. That's 800-461-2525. 800-461-2525. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Or price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Opening drive at 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Running J-Po all over the place. J-Po.
Skinny post.
Grady said, I also know a guy. I'm telling you. Ask the real deal if you guys can call a game for the 3-time defending state champion Pecos Panthers. We may not be all fancy like the big Rio Rancho schools, but we can play some ball. And I know a guy up there. We'll take care of you.
That's impressive.
It's just an invite to go up to Pecos. It's a long drive for you, though, eh? You got to go all the way through Albuquerque, and then you got to go up to Pecos. We'll get the Cumulus Jet. See if it'll take us up there.
Nice.
See if we can
Haven't been on that one yet.
Yeah. Me neither. But we'll see if it's available that day. We'll try to get up there. All right. You can still get in at 246-0610, 888-922-0610. Your emails come in, Jeff at 610knml.com or JJ at 610knml.com. We got, what do we got today? We got Lobo men's basketball. They open the season at home, Dream Style Arena, the Pit, against Eastern New Mexico. Ladies won last night 80-70 over UC Riverside. Elise Hurst with 21 points for the University of New Mexico. That's what you get tonight. It is the 150th anniversary of college football today as well. NFL stuff, Cam Newton out for the season. I got odds on who would be the first one to get fired, Adam Gase or Freddie Kitchens. You got a
Gase has to have better odds. Or
I just
higher
saw.
odds, I guess.
You want my odds on that?
Yeah. But what does it say?
I'll tell you. I can't believe we're taking out. I got like offensive rookie of the years and prop bets and all kinds of stuff.
I just want to know who's going to get fired.
Well, you don't.
Not Freddie.
You don't think it'll be
first
Freddie?
one to go.
I lost him now. Adam Gase minus 150, Freddie Kitchens plus 110. So yeah, Gase is 2-3 and Kitchens is 11-10. Yeah. Will Adam Vinatieri retire before the end of the regular season? Yes, plus 150. No, minus 200.
I go with no.
Will Andy Dalton be starting quarterback for an NFL team in Week 1 of next year? Yes, minus 150. No, plus 110.
Andy Dalton.
I say
Andy
yes.
Dalton.
Mm-hmm.
Or Cam Newton.
Cam Newton's odds are minus 300. So obviously, yes, is they're thinking him. How about Eli? Will Eli be a quarterback for a starting quarterback for an NFL team in Week 1? Plus 500. Yep.
Yes. Broncos.
So they're taking odds on.
Everyone's like, it's happening.
You can place a bet on all these quarterbacks to be a starting quarterback next year. These are all real. Andy Dalton, Cam Newton, Eli, Gardner Minshew, Jameis Winston, Joe Flacco, Kyle Allen, Marcus Mariota, Mitch Trubisky, Ryan Tannehill, Teddy Bridgewater, Ryan Finley. How about that, dude? That's a lot of, I don't know. Like, that's a whole lot of, right?
On some, though, you feel good about.
Which one?
Who do you feel good about?
Who do you feel good about? Like
outside of Cam Newton.
Which one would you go, oh, yeah, I'm on that?
Dalton and Manning.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a joke, but outside of Denver, who would start Eli Manning next year?
Miami?
I think he asked you a question.
Oh, he's asking me. Couldn't see him.
Miami?
Yeah.
I think Miami's going to go with a rookie next year. But, okay, Miami would be the other one.
Because there's going to be a couple teams that draft a quarterback high, but they'll be like, we don't want to start him.
Let's bring in Eli, and he can learn behind Eli. And Eli's going to go, yeah, I'm going to go into a situation where I'm going to get Daniel Jones again.
And there'll be 6 months into the season, and it'll be like, oh, this is terrible.
Didn't I just do this? Yeah.
Just play the young guy.
Yeah. I just don't know that Eli's going to go do that.
He might not have a choice if he wants to keep playing football.
Teddy. How about Teddy Bridgewater? Mm-hmm. Teddy Bridgewater, of all those, like, who's the best quarterback on that list? Dalton, Eli, Gardner Minshew, Jameis, Flacco, Kyle Allen, Marcus Mariota, Mitch Trubisky, Ryan Tannehill, Teddy Bridgewater.
Oh, Teddy Bridgewater vaults up that list.
Yeah. Doesn't he?
Because, you know, he's been successful. If you're a team that's on the cusp and you're like, we have the talent, we need the guy, Teddy Bridgewater is going to go up there. I think Matt Nagy would do that in a heartbeat.
And then how much
Teddy
longer?
Bridgewater in that offense over Mitch Trubisky.
I would love to see Teddy Bridgewater with the Bears.
Now they haven't been and Trubisky's been bad, but they also haven't been as creative this season.
Maybe because they don't feel like they can be.
Mm-hmm. So there's that. So I think Bridgewater, Andy Dalton is definitely going to get someone to say, hey, we want to compete. We feel like we're on that edge. Maybe we can't get a wow quarterback just now. So Newton, Dalton, and Bridgewater, I think we'll have opportunities in the offseason, decent ones.
I was thinking about Drew Brees. I don't know how much longer he's going to go. I'm sure New Orleans would like to keep Bridgewater
pretty fresh.
around.
He's pretty fresh right now. He didn't play the last bunch of weeks.
But Bridgewater
wants to play.
Is a free agent after this year. And how much money can you commit to your backup quarterback, even though you want to keep him around, when he's like, hey, I'm ready for that next shot, and I feel like I could get a pretty good payday. So he's not coming back for $7 million next year.
All right, I got one for you. Will Richard Sherman get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty this week against the Seahawks?
Yes.
Yes, plus 200.
Yes.
No, minus 300.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say yes, too.
Yes, plus 200.
I'm all in on
That's 2 to
that.
1 odds. 2 to 1. 1 to 3. No, I'd go yes on it. Would it be for a hit or for chirping?
Probably chirping.
Yeah.
He's got to chirp this week, right? Got to. Adam Deal was in today. Thanks to him from ProView Networks. He's a superstar. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what we'll have, if anything, in Level Football in the morning, but Jerry Palm will be with us. We'll get his take on the first college football playoff standings and look ahead at a gigantic week of college football. Jim Rome Show is next. The Dan Patrick Show is after that. The Sports Bar is this afternoon at 3. We're back with more award-winning radio
30
morning starting at 7 a.m. Don't forget Lobo Basketball over on News Radio KKOB. 6:30 is when the pregame show starts tonight. Jason produced for you over on ProView Networks. Terrific.
20.
As did Josue for you on the radio side. Outstanding effort. Big day for you?
Oh, it's always a big
Eat
day.
well, feel
10.
Eat well, feel good.
Go out and be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll see you tomorrow.
The Jim Rome Show.